right. Peace and Black Power family. It's your boy Psychopath. Black action. Know what I mean? With a after party show for the debate that just happened between Brother Rio and Brother Nyame. You know what I mean? They had a debate. The debate was would control of black resources neutralize white supremacy? And the winner of that debate was Rio. I'm having a long night, family. The winner of that debate was Rio. Shout out to Rio. You know what I mean? They was out there. I thought they put on a quality debate. Myself. I thought they both had good aspects. And Nyame started off slow, in my opinion. I thought he picked it up in the rebuttal round. The rebuttal round to me was his best round. To me, you know, I don't pay. I'm paying attention to the debate, but I'm doing so much other things that I have to rewatch the debates after they happen so I can absorb everything fully. But you know, as I'm doing all the other stuff that I'm doing and listening while I'm doing this stuff, I'm listening and yeah, it felt like Nyame rebuttal was his best round. Me personally, that's when he started to pick it up a little bit. The rapid fire rounds was interesting. Interesting. There was a lot of bickering back and forth about time being allowed to answer the questions and everything. And you know, that usually things like that usually gets reflected by the judges. You know, that usually something that the judges usually take into consideration when they scoring the points. So yeah, that usually gets scored accordingly, right? For the most part. Let me see. But yeah, Rio had real solid performance all the way around the board, I thought. He didn't start off slow. He started off on I thought he started off on fire, and towards the end it was starting to dim a little bit. But he lasted though. He made it through. But his opening and his premise I thought was really good. Especially his premise. I thought his premise was excellent, to be honest with you. Me personally. Let's see. We got Domo up here. What's going on, Domo? How you?
What up? What up?
What's the word?
Man, uh, first, I gotta say, that was an interesting one. Um, because I agree. I think Rio started out hot. His premise was definitely on point. Now you know, as a debater, I think my shit's better, but you know, of course, you know, if I'm being objective, he definitely killed it. Um, I do think though, where I think the debate was won was in the rapid fire, because my biggest criticism of Rio would be the rebuttal. I feel like the rebuttal wasn't as polished as the premise was, and I feel like he was real, and of course, and y'all may got to call him out on this. Even though I don't really put too much, because after Nyame's rebuttal, he don't really have another opportunity to respond to his rebuttal. It's just the premise or the process after. But I feel like in Rio's rebuttal, he it, he was he was purposely being loose with the term like acts like with the term control of resources. Um, I think his argument just centered around access to resources, and in Nyame, the reason why I mean I can kind of see how the score went because I don't think it was as low as with Dr. Mo. That's why I call her Angel. I say Angel the equalizer because she kind of balanced it out. But the arguments in the rebuttal was just seemed like real loose and uh, reactionary as opposed to like a clear kind of understanding and comparison of the arguments. Like just being like, look, this is control, and look, this is control, without really creating a firm understanding of what, like, how that equates to control. Because the argument, I mean, Nyame wasn't making a lot of. He was taking too long to make his arguments, and they weren't concise or succinct. But at a bare minimum, you understood that his argument about control was centered around um, like not just access. But the problem was Nyame didn't make that argument though. Like Nyame was supposed to ask him in the cross X, is there a difference between access and control? Or at least you have to say that. I mean, you literally have to be prepared to make that argument, especially if you've already seen the negative premise. You got to be prepared to create a distinction between access to resources and control of resources. And Yame kept referring to control from a meta standpoint, but not framing the meta standpoint properly. And so it allowed for Rio to just call anything control, which wasn't the best argument. But if and Yame's not going to challenge it in the cross X or clearly point it out in his closing, it's like it ain't really, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what happened. So it's like I know GQ was asking the question, well, what if your opponent is making wrong information? Then the point is that like the debater got to call that out. So if anybody's like, well, he was saying something that was wrong, then you should point the finger at Nyame for not doing a good enough job of pointing out the historical accuracies. Like from a overall standpoint, he pointed out he was saying that he doesn't know what he's talking about, but that's not an argument. Saying that he don't know what he's talking about, not an argument. You actually have to explain what the deficiencies is in his understanding of control, right? And how, like I said, how the way he's trying to just blatantly throw out the word control, um, that it wasn't sufficient. But when your opponent don't call that out, you know what I'm saying, then that's on you. So it's like I mean I feel like Rio still I feel like performance wise and just in terms of just like overall put together, it's like Rio had a more put together rebuttal, even though the argument wasn't that strong. But and Yame's argument was better, just not well put together and not well executed at all. So that's really what at that because then after the rebuttal, you waiting for the cross X, and then when Yame's not asking any questions, he's just arguing getting the cross X, which I feel like the judges was like really um like I don't know what it was about this debate, but just like because they was talking over each other like a mug. You know what I'm saying? And not even in the context of just the scores, not like they scores, it made sense. But in terms of just like how that dialogue, like, Inyame didn't ask no questions. None. Like he was just arguing in the cross X. You know what I'm saying? Which like should definitely be pointed out. Like you just arguing, bro. You're not saying nothing to control the round. You're making more statements than you asking questions. Um, and then and again, just in both cross sections, it was a lot of talking over each other, like a lot of talking through each other. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, all right, the cross section got a little loose and it didn't impact it that much. But by that time, to be honest, after Yame's cross section, like it was like it don't really matter. It don't really matter because he needed to win the cross section in order to position himself. Well, actually, now that we know Dr. Mo's score, he really didn't have a shot after the going into the process, to be honest. But and he won the people's vote, so it's kind of like you know, it is what it is. But yeah, that's how I saw it initially.
All right, we got Taz and Swab up here. What's going on?
Man, Black Power. Black Power, PCR, man. Yeah, good show tonight, man. Great debate, man. I'm proud of both of the brothers. Real talk. Shout out to Nyame, the people's champ, man. Like, we got to see what the people wanted tonight. You know, like I think we starting to get a clear understanding of what the judges score and how they, you know, they do their thing. But yeah, I was proud to see that, you know. So yeah, gotta agree with everything Domo say, right? It just wasn't tight enough of an argument for Nyame, even though I feel like he had the power punches. I think it was Rio who just had the jab. But Nyame had some power punches. It just, you know, I think came too late and, you know, didn't come to, like, the Rio was just able to deflect it. So yeah, great debate, very entertaining. You know, wish I could see it again. Wish they would rematch that. And great job by the judges. And shout out to you, Psycho.
Nah, fam. So here's the thing, right? So I was telling Damo yesterday that Nyame sucks. And that was proven again today. I don't know why Damo just couldn't accept that point yesterday. He sucks. He's not good. That he lost. That's not a question, okay? I wouldn't even hold you up with that. But now my question is this. This is your premise round. Is this a rebuttal?
That it made him kill, made him assassinate him. Come on, somebody. I want the judges to listen. My opponent tried to shift the debate from control of black resources to where people live. And that's a conversation about segregation.
Is that a rebuttal?
It could be viewed
in your premise round?
It could be viewed as a rebuttal, yeah.
I'm asking because I'm trying to get tens too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, what I'm seeing is like dog, like it's not like there's a question of a winner. Right now, it's a question of what do you have to do to get the correct scores. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, I'm just very unimpressed with that debate. That wasn't a 90 for me. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm not a judge, so I'm asking the judges because I was unimpressed. That shit was boring, trash. Neither one of them really had a fucking point. I'd watch both of them on either side of the debate. So I'm lost. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I wish Rio would come to the show. Where's Nyame? These niggas suck. But somehow putting up 90s? I can't believe it, fam.
I mean, here's the thing, bro. Like, as competitors, we all feel that, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, we deserve higher scores. Like, that's a natural part of it. You know what I mean?
I'm not even talking about my score now. I'm asking, how do you get to a 90 if, so for example, here's another question, right? In their interrogation round, fam. Now, you don't got to let the man answer, bro. You don't have to stop and let him answer at all, bro.
You asking me?
Yeah, I mean, I think he was asking me, or both of us actually. But
Really,
I mean,
Psycho he's Vince McMahon in this motherfucker. Like, he ain't.
Yeah.
You nigga.
Nah. So I mean, that's why I said I do feel like it was a little more lenient on rapid fire behavior in this debate, but you know that changes. I can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like that changes from time to time. Judges focus on certain aspects more than they focus on others. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I felt bad for you, brother, because he said, I thought you was gonna give me 30 seconds. All right. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you ain't really got that turn up for you to demand that 30 seconds, he just bullied you out your shit.
Yeah, I mean, I do think this was I will say this for Nyame, he just didn't have the gear to get into See, this was a bad matchup for y'all, man. It's a way bad matchup. Like, you know, one of I say outside of myself.
Hell no, you don't do that. Yesterday you were saying this was right up his alley, and you know what I'm saying? Like,
No. Yesterday yesterday I was predicting that Rio was going to be number one.
You got scared, nigga. I'm talking about when you were telling me Nyame is a good debater.
I know. I was saying, to be honest, in Nyame, I was saying in terms of grasping this information, I feel like in Nyame, he grasped the information. Putting it together though against Rio, that's what I mean is a bad matchup. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing that Rio brings to it, I always say debate is a performance activity. It's like how convincing your argument is. Like as much as we hate to admit it, is also tied into how well you put it together. Like that's just natural. And so in Nyame had like when in Nyame, one of the most powerful arguments in Nyame made in the rebuttal, which I feel like kind of closed the distance in the rebuttal, was he said he made the argument I could care less about racism being or white supremacists not liking me as long as I got my own resources.
Yeah, that was. Yeah.
That was a powerful statement that he never repeated again.
Man, he said, I don't give a damn. He didn't have to repeat it again.
That was.
You
know what I'm saying? He had it. And this is the thing. This is the thing about Rio. I'm disagreeing with everything Rio is saying, but this nigga is cooking. Like, that's just what it was.
Am I tripping? Did Rio not say in his closing, I'm not saying it's impossible?
He did, but I think the argument that Rio made that was powerful was the mental part of it. Like it's not just a question of
that, but ain't that a conceding when he say I'm not saying it's impossible?
But now it's not a concession because Rio's argument is already that we have instances where we are in control of resources. So like Rio's he didn't frame it like this, but Rio's argument was like we've seen control of resources and we've seen that hasn't impacted how like the type of violence that white people are willing to like. So even when I think like Nyame was making a point about Black Wall Street and everything we had during everything we had during Reconstruction. When Rio comes in and say like, yeah, that's the point. They took all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because like, yeah, you can say, oh, well, we needed the military, and it's like, yeah, but that's why just the question of control of resources isn't the whole thing. Like the control of like having the military and all these other factors is proof that it's not just a question. If you got to deal with that type of violence, you know what I'm saying? Control of resources and not these people still want to kill you.
Yeah, but see that the mistake is conceding that there was ever a control of Black resources. That
was in Nyame's mistake.
That is the mistake of all mistakes.
That is in Nyame's mistake. So you're 100% right. Like, and Nyame had the tools to win this debate. He just didn't. He didn't put it together the right way. He had all the arguments.
When he agreed that Tulsa was Black controlled, he was dead. I couldn't believe he agreed to that. That's like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? Niggas ran 36 blocks of Tulsa, not Tulsa, nigga. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he let Rio make a lot of claims. A lot, bro. And Rio stood on it as well as he should.
Yeah, I mean,
as well as he should.
Push back for it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, as much as I'm disagreeing with his argument, it's the argument you have to make in this debate. If you the negative, yeah, it's the argument you gotta make. I mean, it's an uphill battle argument, yeah, but that's why I felt like what's the name had the edge, and then you could tell it was an uphill battle argument because he won because Nyame won the people's vote. So it kind of show you who had the ethos.
In that minority. Shout out to Judge Angel Judge on the building, man. Appreciate y'all hard work and dedication. Shout out to y'all.
Oh, yeah, we got judges on the phone. Yeah, y'all go chime in.
Peace to the panel.
What up?
And
in the chat.
And serious bit. Oh, we got all the judges in the building.
Yes.
And the people in the chat.
I was just up here in case anybody had a question. And yeah, would you agree,
Yeah,
Domo, based oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, I got a question. So, in that interrogation round, when he didn't let him answer, is that like so? How is that being viewed? Because I kind of view that as like when I ask a question, I'm going to allot you the time to answer. I didn't see that happening, and it was kind of like a tactic. It all the way up until like the 6.5 minute mark. There's still just him talking, not asking questions, and controlling Nyame's ability to answer. So how do you score high if you're doing that, or can you do that?
Well, no, you're right. He did lose points from doing that. I mentioned it in the notes, but he gained points because he had a few moments. He got him to admit that there was some control of resources in history. So if I take 2 points away, because I'm like, you keep talking over him, you're trying to control when you're going to give him 30 seconds, when you want a yes or no, you can't do that. So I start taking points there. But then as he starts getting these clear gut punches, he's going to gain a point here and there.
So you can get points back.
Well, I've talked about that consistently. The rapid fire round, your round is going to go high or low depending on your performance. If you're doing great, you get points. If you start to lack, you lose points. It's like a sliding scale. I mean, how can it not be? It's a flow. It's an open argument back and forth. So the first minute in, you may talk over somebody and do a horrible job. Then 5 minutes in, you may make them concede the argument. You have to have it on a sliding scale in that round.
Yeah, I can see
Right.
that as being like punch jab, or when you grab somebody, that's when you not letting them answer the question. Like, why you holding? You know what I'm saying? Bag up.
What did you give? What did you give Rio, Angel?
For his, I think I gave him a 9. Hold on. Yeah, he had a 9 because wait, I'm sorry. Hold on. Premise.
So yeah, so
I gave him he got a 9 from me, and it was just that reason. I didn't like the talking over, as I mentioned it, and trying to control how much time he was going to give to answer. But then he had like 2 or 3 occasions, as I read in my notes, where it felt like minor, moments of conceding.
So I mean, I got you. So I just want to be clear, right? Because like I do this shit, and I can really perform doing that. So what you're telling me is, when a person has a legitimate answer to what I'm asking, and it may hurt me, just talk over them enough to where we can move it forward, and they don't get the answer.
No, I think I touched on it yesterday a little bit with
But I think that had more to do with in Yame though, bro. Like you gotta if we being honest, because like nobody else would have it would have been
didn't have more to do than Nyame. It was the way that Rio positioned his questions. He had clear questions that was yes or no. The yes or no questions, I'm not giving you 30 seconds. I'm going to answer this question, make you answer, and say you conceded. But there were open questions that he would ask and then get him 30 seconds for. So
but Nyame gotta give more pushback than that though. Like and Nyame gotta be like, I'm gonna answer it the way I'm gonna answer it. And if you don't allow me to answer, the judges will see what that looks like. You know what I'm saying?
About 22% of that round was that.
I wanted to finish answering Taz's statement real quick. I kind of touched on it with the last debate, Taz, and what you and other more seasoned debaters do is when to cut them off. You can tell when they're about to say something crazy that's going to cause them to, gain points for you, and you let them talk. When they start to ramble or not answer the question, after about 5 seconds, they'll be like, okay, we're moving on. I've seen you do it, and the timing is perfect. Rio didn't do that because he kind of said to me, and this is the way I saw it. He said up front, you got to say yes or no to these, and then I'll tell you when you get 30 seconds. It was multiple times where Nyame said, are you going to let me answer it? I want to say more than yes or no. And Rio wouldn't allow him. So to me, that wasn't impressive. But then when he started to get him to concede some points, what are you going to do? You gain points there. So no, it's not about talking over. It's about knowing when to. When your opponent is rambling or not answering a question, I've seen you do it. You point out, like, look, whether you address the judges or not, you say it's time to move on. You're rambling.
That's
about time.
Angel, that's a very great that's a very great observation what you're saying. And based on the debate format, if you take a look at the official document, what it says, right? When it's your rapid fire round, it's your responsibility to be on the offensive, right? That's when you're supposed to be on the attack there, right? And the biggest thing that you're going to be scored on is your ability to control the conversation, right? Anything outside of that is somewhat secondary.
Correct. Yep. Yeah,
right, so however that goes, though,
you have to pick and choose. You have to pick and choose.
I don't like being insulted like that, though. Please don't insult me by implying that I do what we just saw. No, I do not. I'm going to let you answer, and there is no answer that I'm running from, so I'm not going to cut you off.
I think you misunderstood, Taz.
But when
I said you
rambling,
I said that you do the opposite of what Rio did. I said what you know how to do. Go ahead.
But it didn't help me none. It don't benefit me. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to see what the scoring is in this, because obviously it's not beneficial to step back and say, okay, you got the floor to answer however you want to, because he didn't do that, and he still got a 9.
I took points from him. I think I think I took points from him in that round, but initially, the round is 10 minutes. So by the time he did it in the beginning, but then by the time he did allowing him to answer questions, I thought that Nyame just kind of allowed him to do whatever he wanted to do and run and allow him to make open-ended questions. Absolute answers with a yes or no, and then concede to everything that he was saying. So I thought he had control over Nyame in the round, whether he allowed him to elaborate or not. I think that's one of the reasons why I thought that the presentation and how he responded to it, or his premise wasn't on point. Maybe he didn't have enough time, but I didn't think that. I thought Rio just was getting the best of him, and based on his definition and how he delivered it, and I think that's where, when I'm judging a debate, I can't go off of what I think. I just go off of what they have actually presented. And I think that sometimes with the debaters, they allow, I don't know if they're paying attention to their opponent to sway how they're responding or how they are giving their examples, but the opponent, it seems like Rio started using Nyame's information against him by saying, hey, by your definition, this is what it is. So I guess since I own my land in my house, I'm controlling my resources. So I think I like that. And so he just kind of got a little emotion. I think he just kind of got off the defense for a minute. So.
And that's in Yame's fault, bro. That is 100% in Yame's fault, bro. Like the fact that he was allowing Rio to say the things that he was saying, like he's saying, he tried to fight back just a little bit with the lemonade stand shit.
Yeah.
So because like Yame had moments that showed that you clearly have a superior argument if used correctly, but it was just nuggets. It was never like all the way put together. And then even in the rapid fire, it's like when he's saying, "Oh, so you saying this?" It's like, no, I'm not saying at all. You're talking over me, so you can't allow me. You're not even allowing me to say what I'm saying. You're just trying to say that just to run. You know what I'm saying? Just whatever. The defense that you play, and y'all may play no defense, bro.
And I think,
zero.
and the clear understanding of control of resources, what resources and how. I think that Rio was able to take what he would call in resources, identifying those resources and saying, hey, we already have those controlled and we still can't neutralize. I thought that kind of played it.
Because I look, because I don't even think the judges would agree that we actually control resources.
No.
But
Yeah. Yeah,
Nyame
he
has to
has to
make that
present it.
argument.
Yeah, he has to make that
Yeah, he
argument.
feels
Yeah, it's like this. Hold on, look
I
at it like
can't
this.
make it
Look
for you.
at it like this. If you got an offense, that's only scoring 40 points because the defense is terrible, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like if you can't defend, and they put up points because of that. Like that's just what it is.
well,
And I mean, and if you think about, you know what I'm saying, some of the how some of the debates have been judged, it's a question of, you know what I'm saying, that give and take is a question of your opponent. You know what I mean? You had a much tougher opponent. I mean, and it was earlier on. We talked about the diagnostic. You know what I'm saying? That takes place as judges get acclimated to what the process is, but still, it's like, you had it was easier to flex in the ways that you need to flex to show you controlling the rapid fire, um, which kind of led to.
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I just think, like I said, I'm gonna continue to do what I do because I know if I'm talking over somebody, it's gonna be judged differently. It's not gonna look right.
I'll give you an example, Taz. When I judge your rapid fire round in the first debate of the tournament, I scored you higher because you control the pacing and somewhat of the questioning, right? You decided which points were important, and you controlled the overall pacing of the rapid fire round, right? And that's why I scored you higher in there. Again, right? It's about who's on offense, who's on defense during the rapid fire for me.
But see,
And within the overall debate format, if you read it, and again, right, it's black and white, right? There's no mystery in terms of how we're judging it. There's no interpretation. There's no, anyone like pulling strings in the background. If you take that document and take it for face value in terms of how we're looking at things, that's exactly what it is.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Dude rebutted in his premise round and got a 10. I can show you the rebuttal.
So it looks like, Taz, I'm not going to remember every detail of your debate. I would have to look at it again, but it looks like you got.
I don't rebut nobody.
No, I'm just addressing the rapid fire first. So you got an 8 in your rapid fire. What you showed in
I'm looking at that's how you look at me.
what you showed in your the little clip that you showed just now, I can assure you that I've talked about it plenty of times, and just about no debaters are clear of this. Every debater at one time or another has said a sentence or so, or mentioned their opponent's name in their premise. And I've said a million times that that's okay. And I just want to ask, and this is an honest question, the debaters that have been here, is everybody clear that the format did not change from what we knew? The format is the same. When it talks about in the premise to not go too much into the other person's information because it can be mistaken for a rebuttal. But the language has never changed, that you may mention their name, you may mention a sentence about something that they said in the pre-debate premise. The only thing that I keep touting that changed is the way we judge it. The format is not different. We just don't judge it on a biased level anymore.
But just to be clear, he talked about what he showed in his premise round. It's a direct rebuttal.
No, what he showed was what was in his pre-debate premise. So Nyame reiterated it, but he had that terminology from the pre-debate premise, and it was what, 10 seconds. For me, it wasn't enough for him to lose a point. Just like I can guarantee you that I can show times where you and every other debater has had a sentence or two about their opponent, and it's nothing wrong with it.
I like to see it, because what I'm saying is I go out my way to not do it. You know what I'm saying? And what you're telling me is that that's not beneficial. That's what I'm saying. I just want to make sure, because I know you can't show me that. With me, I completely ignore their premise for my premise round.
Yeah, you're right. I can't, only because I don't have the debate. But I'll tell you, I studied the debate between you and Domo from a few years ago, and you did in that one, but it was okay. It was still a great premise, but I don't have access to the debates anymore. So you're right. It's just me making a statement. I can't back it up. So I don't have that debate.
But yeah, I mean, years ago, it's a mistake I learned not to do now. That's what I'm saying. Like, I literally will not address their premise in mine. And I thought that was to my benefit. But that's what I'm saying. I'm hearing 10s, and I'm hearing a direct rebuttal with 1 minute left to what he just said. So, like I said, again, I'm just asking because I want to know if we can do that. Then absolutely, I'll incorporate that into the last minute of my round when I'm not the affirmative.
If you choose to start talking about your opponent in the last minute, I think it's safe to say somebody's going to say you're rebutting too much. I literally just said he said 1 or 2 sentences, and I didn't think that was a big deal. Somebody else may see it and think it's a big deal. To me, his presentation was all but flawless to me. And I'm tough. I don't come out just saying presentations are flawless. You had a flawless rebuttal. I couldn't find anything wrong with your rebuttal.
I said my shit was flawless.
And people didn't agree with it when I gave you a rebuttal, but so to me, his premise was flawless. That's my opinion.
Hey, that's why, like, for me, I think he had a phenomenal premise. I just thought my shit was better. So he earned the 10s for sure. But I'm just saying. I'm just saying, bro.
I gave you a 10 for the premise, but it wasn't all.
Oh shit, yeah, bucket. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
It wasn't all that.
That's right. I forgot. He did give you a 10 for your premise.
But I do want to take a second, like, real talk, man. Shout out to the judges for being transparent and addressing questions.
No, don't do that shit now. They talk to me behind the scenes.
You know who else I gave?
Ask him, do they talk to me behind the scenes?
The judge.
But Suave, before you go in, Suave, just a bit. Before you go in, Suave, you know who else I gave a 10 unofficially? Was Out the Blue on his rebuttal round.
Oh yeah, Blue.
Blue cut. Yeah, Blue.
Out the Blue on his rebuttal round. To me, unofficially, that was a solid rebuttal. Yeah. I was like, wow. It was
I do want to make.
Yeah, I thought Blue won that debate personally.
Thank y'all for not being so protective.
Sorry, Blue.
Hold on. So we're making it clear, right? Damo isn't telling the judges what to do. Damo isn't telling the judges how to debate.
Don't take you.
Damo isn't judges.
Motherfucker, man. Don't take the opportunity to do that.
Why? You can take the opportunity to do it. You can run around and make these comments. Now you can ask them.
No, Domo, all I'm saying is separate the conversation. Don't try to make me the bad guy. All I'm saying.
No, listen. Don't be fake about it, bro. Like, if you really believe that, don't go on your panel.
Thirsty as hell. You ain't see that big swing you just made to make it about you.
So look,
I was gonna do this anyway. So the next time you think about getting on your panel talking about, the only reason Damo wins is because he's telling the judges what to do.
That is not a thing you will ever hear me say. Sorry, I don't know why you just did that goofy shit, but I never fucking said that. What I said was precise and clear. That sentence was never. Okay, go pull it. Pull it.
All right, so look, right quick to wrap up my little part, and I'm done. So look, the reason I'm asking again, though, is because I know my debate was judged first, okay? But I have a second round debate and moving forward and whatnot. And I don't think the scoring is consistent with my debate. I think it's been consistent with the second on 10. So that's why I'm asking. It's not to take no shots at no judges or be disrespectful to nobody. I don't believe me and Anon's debate was judged at the same rubric that the debate afterward. And I'm saying that because his performance wasn't a 38. You know what I'm saying? To see some of the scores coming in now is like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know my score would be better because his score would be better. And if, of course, losing his don't matter. But the relevance of that is, this is where we are now. So I'm only asking because, again, I moving forward, you know what I'm saying? I just want to know, like, what I'm seeing and make sure that, again, I'm gonna be judged with the same rubric that they're debating from now. Because again, I was first, and like I said, I'll take that and accept that as being the primary reason why I think the scoring is a little bit different for every debate thereafter.
Yeah, and it may be some truth to that, because it's some of the judges' first time and they're still getting this together. What I will say, I have heard the term rubric a lot of times. There is no rubric for the number. Just know that. When we lay out the format, which everybody can see on the website, it simply gives a quick overview. It's just a guide, like what the debater is supposed to do in each of these rounds. But
that's what I'm referring to, Angel. I'm just referring. That's what when I say rubric, I'm just referring to what y'all are saying. I'm not saying nothing different than that.
Got you. Yeah, I mean, well, that turns into numbers. And I know this is going to sound like a bad answer, but it's not my only answer. I just want to cover everything. I mean it when I say it's going to be times where the judges don't see the same thing. Like how when you make the point about you versus Anon, you may say Anon's score wasn't a 38, but some of us look at it and say, well, it was because he was debating you. And you won a lot of the rounds, and it caused him to come out and have a 38. A U versus Anon is not going to yield the same numbers as, because I remember you were comparing like, I think it was Phi and Blue. And I think, what it put in my mind as well, what I thought, my opinion was that Phi conceded a couple of times. So that's the only reason I'm saying Blue won. I thought Phi was amazing. I'm really impressed by him, but he conceded a few times. When you compared that, I said, wait a minute, if Taz had been debating Phi and performing the way he did against Anon, he would have had an even higher score. So it's so hard to take you and transport you into a debate with somebody else and say the numbers don't match. But you are right. The other answer is, I keep saying, please give us some grace. We are just figuring this out. I'm seasoned, B has some experience in the debate world, but he's new to judging. Dr. Mo is brand new, and they're new to doing it with
they're novices.
And just know that we are not sitting back and trying to figure out how to cheat anybody. Like I rack my brain. Y'all don't know. I want to do the right thing. It's stressful and emotional for me because I love this. I don't know you all personally, but guess what? I love you all. I see you like family. Like this is like a connection to me after everything that I had been through. So I love being over here with you all, and I want to do a good job. But we're not always going to be perfect, but just know that we're really trying our best. And I'm doing a lot of work.
You're going pretty hard, man.
And so are the others.
And you pull my comment out and you start talking about me, and so that's why I said don't do that. Because look, that's what I'm saying. Just like what they about to get into, I don't want it to be said that I'm trying to sway the judges. No shit, that's not my point, fam. I ain't got nothing to do with this back and forth about no judge. I'm not calling out the judges on shit. Yeah. I want to make sure I'm understanding what I'm saying.
No, I appreciate what I heard you say in the past, Taz. I do want to thank you because I'm not going to get into any of it, but I heard you and I thank you. It's nice to know that people see what's happening, but it's going to get even better. But we got to work together. And remember, Taz, you weren't around when we did when I started to make some of the changes with the previous stuff going on. I love to have meetings with all the debaters. So what I wanted to do after the tournament ends, I wanted us to come together, have a discussion on what you all thought about it. Should we make some changes? What should we do going forward? So you're always going to have a voice. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, no doubt. That's what I'm saying. I don't want that shit to become a weapon against me either. So that's what I said. Please don't address me like this ain't that, fam. I want that level of smoke. I'm just questioning a few things, but not
a few things.
Yeah, but I don't.
And keep in mind, Taz, for me, and this is in our first mock debates that we had, and this with Angel, myself, and Mo, and they know I'm very stingy with point distribution as well. Right?
Hey, this is a Simon Cowell.
Almost I'm kind of judge y'all. Nobody.
This is a Simon Cowell of the debate shit. Go ahead.
And you So I would say this. Keep that in mind as well. Right. All three of us, in terms of from a judging perspective, we distribute points a bit differently in terms of what's in our head and what we're seeing here.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like I'll give you an example. You say that, okay, well, your debate was the first, right? There is some credence to that, right? Because again, right, that first debate is where we're setting the bar for the entire tournament right now, right? So we're saying, okay, well, where are we? Let's go ahead and put the point distribution there, right? And I mentioned this before. This is so what I'm doing. What I'm presuming what all of us are doing. We're weighing that against each other, right? We're looking at, okay, the performances that not only in the current debate, but the performances in the past debates, and we're trying to keep a balance there.
I got you.
Yeah.
Why I say this because
Not bad. Not bad.
But not based on people's style. But for me, it's based on what you're presenting and how you're responding. And
right, not
based on style.
Not how you say it, what you're saying, right?
So it's not how you saying it, because that's like one of my issues, like, because here
you go.
Let me bless myself with holy water, because my words is like, oh, suave, like that is crazy to me. But what I'm saying is, like, when a nigga talking his shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, that sentence right there, like, I kind of understand, like Serious B, like you and Mo, I'm like, this is like my first time like really getting acquainted with y'all. Like, I get that Angel knows the collegiate scholastic way, but she also know when the nigga talking his shit. And I feel like Dr. Mo do that. So it's like, what's your proximity to that type of delivery when it's like, yeah, like he put his information down and you know what I'm saying? Stomp.
Good question.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I'll tell you this. I think I did judge you and Suave, you and Delmo's debate.
Of course.
In terms of your delivery, right? What I didn't debate it in terms of I guess here's what I
want to separate it from me and Domo's debate. I'm not complaining about me and Domo's debate in all respect, Serious B.
Oh yeah,
I'm really saying this for the winners.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm out, right? Sure. And I get the grace period of the tournament, although it's very serious. I understand the magnitude of the tournament, but that is getting the things out of the way for the season to be as pure as we need. And I get that, and I love that. So I'm not trying to say anything about my debate.
Right. Here's what I say. I didn't judge your debate based on I guess your word usage or your pronunciation or anything. Right. What I would do in terms of your style, the two things I look at with style is pace, right? You know, in terms of like, okay, well, you know, are you going too fast? Are you going too slow? You know, that sort of thing, right? So it's got nothing necessarily to do with what words you're using or what your pronunciation is. Your pace and your tone. Right. Are you overemphasizing here? Are you underemphasizing on your major points? Those are the style pieces that I look at. I'm not necessarily looking at, okay, well, is he trying to be, or is he being a super like eloquent or anything like that? That's not what I'm looking at. So again, it's pace, from a style perspective, it's about pace and tone for me.
Oh, it's not about the collegiate style. It's not about the collegiate style. It's about pace and tone.
I mean, you know he gonna tighten you up later, Domo.
I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example. Tonight, in Nyame, and Nyame had a very consistent pace in terms of his delivery. It was a very consistent tone as well, almost monotone to an extent. Right. I don't know if his particular style may have, cost him points with some of the judges in terms of it was maybe a very monotone style, but his pace was very consistent, which I liked. You know, for me as a judge, which because for me on paper, I think Nyame had a really really solid argument on paper.
You know.
And see, I didn't think I had semi the opposite. I didn't his pace and his tone. After a while, I thought I said, okay, that's how he delivers. But then I thought it was repetitious. I thought his
See, yeah.
what he was sharing was repetitious, and the substance just wasn't there for me. So and then I said, man, maybe I need to go back and listen because everybody thought the premise was good, his rebuttals was good. I'm like, but he was repetitive, so I don't see that at all. But then I
I
thought,
agree
well,
with
maybe
Brendan. The
it's the
information he
preparation.
had in his premise was good. He had good
Right.
information there. I could be biased because I share that position, but yeah, I thought he did a good job looking at
I was going to say,
laying
did
it
y'all
out.
notice neither one of the debaters are here?
Yeah.
That,
Here they
but you know,
are.
it's like neither one of them was ever, neither one of them was ever the type to kind of
That's
be
true.
on.
That's
Yeah,
true.
Yeah, so
Rio
I really
was
didn't even expect them to pull up like that. They put on a good show. It was dramatic. You know what I'm saying? Like it came down to the wire. Well, I keep saying it came down to the wire, but not to Dr. Mose. Not even, not
No.
even close.
You
But I do feel you with like that's where my frustration was with Nyame. Because like to me, this topic is a slam dunk, easy, like slam dunk. But this is another example though of just because you're on the right side of the argument, you still got to put it together the right way. You know what I mean? You can't just have the right argument. You have to argue that argument properly. You know, you can have a better weapon, but if you don't know how to use it, it's useless. And that's what we saw in this debate.
Man, bro, what you just said, I think I fell into.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, and
You did.
I got a couple of questions real quick, man. And so, my first question, right, is, I've noticed that people who are arguing the negative, right, they seem to have like, I don't know, like kind of like an advantage in a way. What you think?
no, I think that I think that the negatives it seems so often that people gravitate to it, and so the positive you have to push stronger. You have to give more examples, and if you give more modern examples or more, yeah, you gotta convince. It's I think there's a lot of things that could be said sometimes in these debates, but it's not up for me. It's up for that debater to do that. I think that maybe the crutch for the debater is knowing each other and hearing them speak on said topics. And so it's kind of preconceived as opposed to reading what that person is doing and what they're putting up and then or presenting what you said that you're speaking on. I think that some of the debaters are not paying attention to the question or the topic that they actually put forth. And so they're falling into the personality worship with the other debater and trying to um, preconceive what they're going to do versus paying attention to what they're supposed to be doing. And so it just doesn't, I just don't side with that part. I'm like, okay, so what are you supposed to be doing again? And I just kind of get if you start repeating yourself and not really saying anything to add value, it kind of goes okay, I don't need to take notes on this part. I'll just wait to hear something that they push out strong.
But
And the note taking, I don't know if you maybe
mute out,
some of
Darmo.
y'all debaters need to sit down and try to take notes and come back. You guys are
But
really
stop.
good memorizers, but I don't know if you could do both. If you could do both and then really give that solid critique. Um I think that, like I said, I think that sometimes people just preconceive on what they thought should have happened and they judging based on that. Whereas I know I'm really trying to pay attention and try to pull some of the good out of what you're doing versus keep pointing out a lot of the negative. But then if your negative becomes relevant multiple times, then I'm like, well, I don't have no choice. You're not giving me nothing.
Now the thing about the affirmative is that it's easier to mess up a good argument on the affirmative.
Look at him.
It's really easy to mess up a good argument. You can
What
overcomplicate
Nyame
it.
saying with a grain of salt, right?
I mean, listen, like here's
He
the
would say
thing.
that.
Here's the thing. Y'all can try to cater to these, you know what I'm saying, to the conspiracy theorists about all of this shit, but we already know what's up. But at the end of the day, it's easier to mess up. It's easier to mess up a good argument on affirmative. And we just kind of saw an example of that. So that's why I wouldn't say that the negative has an advantage. It's just that to answer the question, it's just that you know what? You know what?
Yeah, mute up. We cool. We cool.
Listen, bro, I know you cool because you out of the tournament. So I don't even know why you talking. You cool because you ain't Cancun. So you're great. You're great. But listen, it's me giving the 15 plus year experience that I have. If niggas take that as I'm trying to control shit or I'm trying to do whatever.
Cool. I want to make sure Brother Rob got clarity on his question before you make this about you. So Brother Rob, did you get clarity on your question, Brother Rob?
Bro, the only person making it about them is you, nigga, because you should be sitting down listening. You should be sitting down listening.
First of all, let's not make it about you. You want all I
you making it about you're making it about
Brother Rob. Am I wrong for asking Brother Rob to get clarity on his question?
You don't make it about me.
Well,
that's what I'm saying. Stop talking to me, bro.
I was just trying.
Let me respond to that. What Bro Rob was saying, though. Let me respond to that because I think there's almost a built-in double rebuttal for the negative.
Yeah,
and I think if that's what you're referring to, I think people are using it, but I think it's too outright. You know what I'm saying? I do think like today, you know what I'm saying? I have an issue with that. Like you shouldn't get to rebut in multiple rounds, but I think it's hard to catch as well. And so with that,
I was about to ask you, wasn't that like kind of on Nyame to kind of point out that he felt like
absolutely, absolutely, no doubt.
Yeah, I can see that. I have to take the responsibility to like really thoroughly search how and when and where they would be able to attack me on any front, and then if I know they information just slightly better than them, or like overly, like I should have had a slide. It was something that Lance had mentioned, right? But should have had a slide to point it out. But like once you know how they gonna attack you, you know what I mean? Not necessarily having a slide, but knowing the information give you like a strategic advantage. You know what I mean? Rio showed it tonight.
Yeah, I wanted to answer from my perspective too, Rob. So yes, it does appear that the negative has a harder job. I think I like the way Taz put it by saying it's almost like a double rebuttal. I kind of subtly say this all the time, but I don't know if anybody ever picks it up. But this is the way that I judge, and I try to teach others to judge as well, because it's a unique thing with it being online and it being 101. The policy debate thing is great. It doesn't really fit what we're doing. What I always talk about is the Lincoln Douglas style, which comes the closest to what we do, but ours definitely has a spin on it. So the affirmative has to build a case. In the real debate world, it's called a constructive. They're going to build their argument. When you go next, you also have a constructive. Like Taz said, you're going to be rebutting, but you still have to build your opposing argument. For example, I'll just use Taz because he made that statement in his debate against A9. He gave some things that some of us would consider tangible things of why doing things for the community under Black or Black first is beneficial. He used the Black Panthers and some things in politics as well. So it wasn't just him naysaying what his opponent did. He gave some tangible stuff. He constructed his argument as well. But then it's twofold. He has to also refute. So when you're the negative, yes, you build an argument while refuting what your opponent is doing. And then both of you have to rebut what you saw in each other's round. The affirmative is not rebutting their own argument. They're rebutting what their opponent did in their round. And that was the negative. So yes, that whole notion that the affirmative builds the case and then it's a burden of proof on one person. No, you're both constructing an argument and you're both rebutting each other's points. It is a little bit more initially on the negative to refute, but it comes full circle eventually. The affirmative is now has to do the same thing when it's their turn. So it's a little different with the way we do it here. It's more like a one-on-one, close to Lincoln Douglas, but it is a twist on it.
But Lincoln Douglas ain't that different from policy. The only distinction with policy, is that is more so it's a bit more complicated because it's a four-man.
You know this how Tomo ain't got no questions. He just got clarity on what the judge is saying.
Yes, nigga, I have 100% clarity.
Okay, so I got a question then, man. Instead of you just clarifying what the judge is feeling in their heart.
Oh, so what is the point of you just? Now, hold on. Now, when I just start cussing you out and start being disrespectful, because like all this extra that you doing right now, bro. Like all this showing
up. How you want to define me as extra? That's what I'm saying. You always got propaganda against me. I'm extra now.
Yes, look at what you're doing.
Every time you say something, all you doing is speaking from your heart and redefining and like you don't got no question for the judges. You don't need no clarification. You don't need no clarification. You're 100% clear on what the judges need every step of the way, right? You see how you not inquisitive and you don't have nothing like
everybody can see what you're doing, bro. Like everybody sees what you're doing.
Man, everybody sees what you're trying to paint me as doing. All I'm saying is how you don't got no questions. All you got is
the commissioner. If the commissioner of the league,
man, commissioner, man, don't do that. Don't do that, man.
Hey guys,
like this is if anybody got a problem.
Okay, seriously, but this my question. This my question because I want to be a better debater. Okay, so as far as the
cornball shit, bro.
As far now, I'm a cornball, man. That's ad-hom, man. But I ain't no
yeah. So like, nah. So the smoke that you get, best believe you deserve it.
Man, stop trying to smoke with me, brother. I just want to be a better. I just want to be.
Nah. It's us. It's up.
How can it be up, bro? I literally didn't do nothing to you. Hey, can I get? Okay, I just want to ask a question to get clarification. That's all. I didn't know that was so
like a bitch.
Okay. Well,
now my mama gave birth to a bitch. That's crazy.
Hell yeah, she did. Daddy did too.
My daddy didn't give birth to me. Okay, but as far as
you got another question, and I mean, you know, y'all been around for a minute in the league and everything. I didn't really start watching it until Taz got in it, to be honest. And I man, styles, right? That was the question. You know what I mean? I feel like you know, I got a preachy style. You know what I mean? And I noticed that you know, people in the chat was kind of dinging Rio for his preachy style because you know, everybody think preachers are scammers and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yes, the chat. We can't control the chat, but that's why we try to be the checks and balance. The chat and no shot to the chat, because I'm sure some of you are looking with logic, but the fact of the matter is some people in the chat are going to go with their own biases. It just is what it is. You know, it's not as much pressure. They're enjoying going back and forth with the comments. They're entertained, and then they have their own feelings about it. So you're right. You know, I've seen that, to your point. I've seen people judge against Rio and they would give the reason, like, you had the better argument, but you were too preachy, so I voted against you. And it was just an atrocity. So that's why we judges can never let that happen again.
Yeah. I don't think preachy is the problem. Like I said, bro, I think you got caught up in teaching mode, not preaching mode. Preaching you definitely got caught up.
Hey, Rob, I listened to your debate, and I didn't get a chance to chime in because I know you're really interested in getting some positive feedback. Here's what I would say for your debate. What I saw. You're extremely eloquent. You're well spoken in terms of what you do. Here's the issue that I saw with your debate. In your premise, I think your premise was a bit soft. And when I say it was a bit soft, is that it just wasn't well structured in terms of you didn't describe exactly the pieces that you were going into the argument that you were building the body of your argument against. Right. I think you let out with some there was some quotes that you had. You described some really good concepts, but you really didn't frame your argument, right? You didn't really put something together. I'll give an example. If you take a look at Domo's premise, if you take a look at I think even Suave's premise in terms of how he did his, there were like 3 points or 4 points or 5 points in terms of how they attacked the body of the conversation. I don't think you really had that firmed up premise initially, and I think that's what hurt you throughout the debate.
Man, I appreciate that. And going forward, man, I'm about to type this out, but going forward, I definitely know what you're talking about. And as soon as I got some feedback the other day, I looked back at my premise, and this is what I did, right? I tried to make sure that I was within the 10 minutes. I was just focused on making sure that that's why I felt like my
you really need that 15, I think.
Yeah. I can see. Yeah, you were running out of time a lot because you were using like these quotes. You were using a lot of, I guess you would say, these rhetorical devices.
Yeah,
right.
Man.
Yeah, exactly. In your conversation again, right? It was sort of like a teaching type thing, but you weren't being like concise in terms of like nailing down where your argument was going to stand, right? Where you were going to stand on your arguments and where you were going to attack your opponents, right? You got to firm up that premise and firm up your argumentation a bit.
Yeah, man, I should have watched the other two debates previous to me a little harder, and I would have probably had a better premise. And then Lance kind of lashed out at me for having a weak premise. But
I'll say this, Rob.
I think I think someone pointed out in another debater's critiques about how you have your screen set up, y'all's presentation set up, and your notes. And I think that someone also pointed out on your presentations if you're using bullet points and how much wording is there. But I think that if you're only using a presentation screen and you only have bullet points with less words, you all kind of get lost in what you're supposed to be doing or how you're supposed to be presenting. So I think that having some words with these single-lined slides could help you out if you're not using the presenter screen, and that's where you have the slide and the notes.
The thought that you're trying to present, right?
Especially if you don't have two monitors, and so sometimes that kind of hurts it makes your presentation sound like you're not prepared, but you kind of get lost in what you really want to say or the examples that you want to give because you don't have the notes there to help you out, and you're only looking at that screen with those bullet points, so you're trying to pull the information out of your head, and you can hear it and you could tell because it sounds like you're searching for answers.
It a couple of times. I had rehearsed it a couple of times and got lost in the sauce. That's what happened.
Rob, I could say your concern about the style, you're normalizing your style to the judges and the people now. You see what I'm saying? Like you got to introduce yourself.
But this nigga's giving advice.
Everybody, okay. I mean, if I'm right, I'm right. You see what I'm saying? You're a hater. You're a hater. You won and you hated, but like you hurt, you won. Yeah, but normalize your style because Rio normalized his preaching style. The people who saw him debate consecutively are not saying. I mean, they make their jokes, but at the end of the day, they're able to look past that and judge him on his debate. So your teaching style, turn up on your style, do what you do, normalize that. You see what I'm saying? Because you don't really got to mock nobody else.
Yeah, please don't change your style, Rob. That was my advice.
Your style is strong.
I meant it when I said after your debate that I really
I was right, Domo.
What you bring. Like
the only person complaining about style is
I'm talking over Angel, Domo.
Nigga, shut up. Shut up. Stop talking.
I've never
They do
Stop
this
seen
all the
talking.
time.
anybody
Hey, they do
present
this
their
all the time.
debate the way you do, and it's
I
a
know.
breath of fresh air.
I
It's
swear it is.
completely different. It's really just technical stuff. It's really just, my opinion is, even if you had 15 minutes, I still think that it wouldn't have worked. I think you have to nail down the important points and rehearse it and time it. And your problem was you basically presented through every round. Like your
Yeah.
rebuttal, that was a presentation. Even your closing was a presentation. So it's just a matter of you getting down the format, like what you're supposed to do and not supposed to do. And then I'll just mention my one disappointment again, because I talked about it after your debate. Lance handed you a pile of gold. He gave you basically his whole presentation. You had so much
Yeah.
stuff that you could have anticipated ahead of time. So many things that you could have prepared to say, if he brings this stuff up, I'm going to be ready to rebut it. But instead, you continue to present your own argument and your rebuttal. Your rebuttal was the lowest that you got from me. So that's really all it is. If they give you a pile of gold, some people won't. They'll give you just a paragraph. But either way, whether you get a paragraph or a whole lot, start thinking about what your opponent is going to put out there, so you can have a rebuttal pre-prepared for a few minutes. And then when you're listening to their presentation in real time, that's when you should be jotting down point by point stuff that you want to rebut when it's your turn. Your open and your presentation is the only time you should be building your argument. You shouldn't do it anytime after that. And then in the closing, that's when you kind of just let us know what your opponent wasn't able to prove and reaffirm your argument. And I'm sure the debaters have plenty of advice as well on what they saw.
Yeah. I definitely didn't say Chris do that at the end, and I didn't say Domo do that at the end, and and Taz do it, but he sound like he barking at you, like, and that nigga saying. And look, I'm not gonna switch up my style. I was just trying to see, like, should I just switch up a little bit? You know what I mean?
Solid, bro.
Nah, bro. Really, for you, it was preparation.
Rob, I'll say this. Even in your debate, and you probably noticed this, when Lance gave his rebuttal to you, and this was in the after show. I think Lance mentioned this. He said something about he had an issue with his computer or something. Something went out, and he had to organically build his rebuttal out line by line, right? And Lance said, I think I messed up my rebuttal because I didn't have any pre-canned pieces that I set forth, so I had to build everything from scratch. I think that was a strong point in Lance's rebuttal, because it came across, right? Remember, in your rebuttal, your responsibility is to show that you can command the information that your opponent presented, right? You have a firm command of your opponent's argument. So in Lance's rebuttal, he went line by line of all the major points that you presented in your premise and in your opening, and he had a counterpoint for all of that stuff.
So Judge Series B.
I think Lance did a great job in his rebuttal, because how organically it was and how clearly and directly he addressed your argument.
So Judge Series B, are you saying that it actually benefited Lance, the fact that he did have a pre-wrote rebuttal, but because his computer messed up, him speaking from his heart. But he did take the technique that we see someone else take of having a pre-written rebuttal.
He wasn't just speaking from heart, though. He referred to the movies that was brought up and spoke directly to the point.
Yeah, exactly. He spoke to everything Rob was bringing up in his premise and his opening.
He had to, because Rob definitely didn't give that in the pre. Rob,
yeah, and he did say that. He was like, "Well, I had something," but he didn't stick to his original the pre-written premise, and then he had some other stuff. He didn't have it. He didn't have it because his computer was messing up. So he had to actually do notes on the fly. He built his argument, his rebuttal organically during the debate, right? Which for me, right, I was like, dude, that was masterful. It really showed how his listening skills and how he could actually build his argumentation out. Right. It was a bit choppy. It was a bit choppy in terms of how he delivered it, but it was impressive to me in terms of how he was able to do that. Right.
Hey, he said masterful for Larry.
That's a shit. Hey, but can I ask it of the judges just for fun? Like, because all of y'all done judged with each other at
Taz
this
does
point.
it as well, right? That's why that's why Taz.
Yeah, Taz be full of shit too.
Man,
Right.
let the judges give this nigga Lance his props, man. Because Lance rebutted.
Just shout out the Lance, dog. I'm not gonna lie, bro. That nigga did it.
Actually rebutted. He didn't come up. He didn't come with a pre-canned rebuttal. Right? He built it out on
But
the
somebody
fly.
told him to come with that pre-canned rebuttal. But because his computer messed up because he watched way too much porn, he couldn't get to his stuff. So, like,
nigga, I never told that nigga to come with a pre-canned rebuttal. Nigga, he did
damn, hit dogs. But this is what I'm saying. Y'all done all judged. Man, oh, rest in peace of Kobe. What I'm saying is that all y'all got a chance to judge with each other. Now you believe it. All y'all got a chance to judge.
No, I haven't. No, Angel judges with me and Brandon. Brandon and
Oh, you and B ain't never been able to judge with each other. So this might be a question solely for Angel. Okay. So as the judgments come in, like just showing like the cohesion of the judgment. But I mean, I guess his handicap because they haven't judged the debate. Is he kind of waving out to like what? Like, do y'all understand how each other is judging? Like, when someone gives someone a 5, when you give someone a 9, do y'all get to the conclusion like, okay, I understand your 9. Okay, I understand your 5. Did that happen yet, or is we still like?
Are you saying we're splitting the difference, right? Or is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying once the points. No, I get that because that's Domo point, right? That's why he called Angel the equalizer. Like,
don't listen to
that.
Domo. Don't listen to Domo.
Oh yeah. I mean, but you his best friend. I'm not gonna listen to you about Domo. I can't trust y'all.
Now you see how you trying to
man. Calm down, bro. You won.
You trying to throw him a bone?
Mute out and win the fucking tournament.
And that's how he responded to you. You trying to throw him a bone? Like,
all I'm saying is
bitch has concerns, and he tell you he don't trust you.
It's the narcissism for everyone.
Stop bringing my name up, pussy.
All I'm saying, TSB brought your name up. All I'm saying,
you brought my name up, nigga.
No, it's TSB brought
your name up.
All I'm saying is that, is it leveling out when y'all see the scores? Is it still like what the hell? Or is it like, okay, I get it. Like, Angel, you primarily, I guess that's what I'm asking, because I figured level out. Because I'm trying to put myself in y'all shoes, right? Not
you like trash,
no,
you're gonna be trash,
not until you hear the responses from the other is when you can only say, okay, that's how they came up with that. Well, maybe I wouldn't have saw it that way, but
level out to a 42. Damn.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's safe to say I may be misinterpreting. I think when Domo says equalizer, I just simply put that under the definition of I've been around a little bit longer and I know the format, and what we're supposed to look for. So my scores reflect that. No, what I decided with Psycho is I'm just going to be one of the judges in all the tournament debates, just because the other 2 judges are new to how we do it. That's all. But once the season starts, you'll see more of a mixture, because I literally have been like moving my work schedule and stuff around so I can make these debates, just to, try to be there to give the commentary and make it make sense, and then I can see firsthand what things we may have to discuss after the tournament is over and things like that. So eventually it'll be whoever's available.
Because I really appreciate the Angel post-bait judges score breakdown. Like, is that gonna be too much to carry through the season?
No, we will always have one. The most important thing is you all put way too much work in for us to just be like, all right, have a good night, or to try to read that stuff when it's a whole panel yelling over each other. I want you all to hear it and understand exactly, you know, what we jotted down and what our thoughts were. And, you know, maybe if you all decide, you can give comments on that stream. We'll figure it out, but I want you to have that undivided attention right after the debate before we do what we're doing now.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, I got another question, and this is kind of to the debaters, man. Do y'all think us sharing like one or two sources is gonna change anything?
It's funny you asked that.
Oh,
I
wow.
did, because I'm super transparent. I can't keep things to myself, but I did talk to Psycho about that. I truly think, and you can all tell me how you feel after this is over, because what we always said was whatever you give, we're not going to penalize because it's just the tournament. But after the tournament is over, I think all the debaters should come together and we should decide, do we want to have a standard? Like, hey, you got to give a paragraph. You got to give two sources. You got to give no sources because it's giving up too much. I think the debaters along with us should have that discussion because you're right. It is very, you know, it's uneven.
I'll give you my whole debate.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'll give you every slide on my
but
sources.
then your opponent doesn't give you anything. How is that fair? You know.
But that's what I'm saying. If it's a standard, that's ruled by the judges.
So that's why we should talk about it.
Yeah, because I didn't get the sources to the day of the debate. You see what I'm saying? And I didn't get the premise.
We never said the 72 hours was always a recommendation. And we always said so that the judges can have time just to take a look and get an idea of the argument. We never enforced. You know, we said it would be nice if you could send it.
I didn't say that was right or wrong.
Yeah,
you taking this too
but
personal,
again, that's
buddy.
a discussion during.
Nah, bro, I don't fuck with you.
We should all nail.
Okay, but I do get it. I do get it because, like I say, I'm putting it on you, like because that was one of the questions I was gonna ask. What are the judges looking for in the premise? You see what I'm saying? But you coming in saying, "Hey, y'all need to come together and find a standard for what the premise is." But me, like I said, the information, the earlier you get the information, the better for the quality of the debate. The clearer your sources, you know what I'm saying? Like trying to keep your sources in secret and trying to wait till the last minute to the seat.
What are you talking about? You don't even read.
But delivering your content, but
I mean, I hope y'all see what's going on. I don't understand it.
But sharing your content and being able to debate it and deliver it, it's going. If you can share all it, like Taz just mentioned, I give you my whole debate. If you can't deliver, defend it, then it don't even matter anyway.
So the way I'm hearing is it's better to like hold back as much as possible.
I mean, that ain't what I said.
Defend your position.
That's your choice.
Because
yeah, when Psycho and I did that stream before the actual tournament started, I did say, I think it was something to the effect of, you know, just send a little bit of information and two sources, one or two. Okay. Some choose, like Tess said, is some that we be giving us everything, and it's like, wow, your opponent didn't give anything, and I personally, I don't think that that's even.
So either way, it don't rule on the judge.
Debaters are evolving. You all are learning the art of anticipation. And I've been talking about that for 2 years. And I have to tell you, I only remember seeing one or two debaters doing it. Now everybody is picking it up, and that's taking y'all all to the next level. Because I always say anticipating is dangerous, because if you anticipate wrong, you might get up there and sound like you way off base. But y'all are learning how to master that. You're looking at those premises and you're doing it on the fly sometimes. I could tell, but it's you all, some of you are getting really good at that. So I think because of that, we need to be even with what's presented. So we'll talk about that after.
I felt bad because when I seen Lance premise versus what I seen him,
yes,
I did feel bad. Like, damn, this man gave me three sources and I ain't give him nothing. I gave him a paragraph, you know what I mean?
He gave you the rundown and you just gave him a blur.
Yeah, because like
I think the standard should be like however many arguments you got, right? Like, because one of the more famous ones is like, these are my 3 points. If you have 2 points, 1 point, send that definite point and send one source to show the direction in which you sending that point. I think that's fair.
I'm just telling you, man, the two debates that well, I only had one debate, but we shared premises twice. Man, it was this paragraphs between the two of us. You know what I
I'm gonna
mean?
be honest. I'm gonna be honest. If niggas just sending YouTube videos as a source, you can keep that, bro. You can hold on to that.
Man, that's your opinion. If the YouTube
Nah.
You
video
can keep
shows
that.
the premise of the arguer, the judges should be able to understand that and get clarity. That's what you
Nah, you
would
can
like
keep
the
it.
world to be. Once
You can
again,
keep it.
that's you
You can
trying to
keep it.
shape the world.
Nah,
Me send
Larry.
if like what you want me to do? Send you a book? If I can send you a YouTube video that gives
Bro, you don't even need to be talking to me right
the
now, bro.
same,
Like
I'm
I
not
don't
talking
I
to
don't
you. I'm
care what
talking
you
to
do.
the debate world.
I don't care.
Oh,
I don't care
and
what
you
you do.
know what? Here's the other thing to consider, Rob. You only had one other debate. It was months and months ago, and it was against a person that showed up with nothing. He showed up with no presentation, nothing. He
Who was
gave
that?
nothing to practice on. So technically, this was really your first debate, and I have no doubt that once you get the format down, you're going to be good. You're going to be more than good. It's just about getting the information in a little bit faster. That's all.
All right,
To meet the time.
thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, yeah, that's hard. But
But
what I'm saying, out of the other debaters that's up here, like, what do y'all think the premise should be? What do you think the adequate premise should be?
No, not what
We're
it
not going to
should
have
be.
that discussion until the tournament is over. We don't want to change
Oh, it's
anything
after
midway
the turn.
through.
Okay, I'm
So
sorry.
let's leave it the way it is. And what we
Yeah.
You
said
right.
was give a little. You don't have to give too much, but give what you want right now because there's no standard set. But everybody will have a vote.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
still have to stand on your premise. Even you can give us the whole outline rundown. You still have to do that though.
Yeah.
You're presenting it, not us.
Okay, so
That's
let
why
me
I
ask
asked. Do I
this.
think
You
do
you
you
have to
think
stand
it
on your
would
script. Like if
change
you
it?
can't debunk the other person, or you
Yeah.
can't,
So let me
you
let me
can't.
ask this. So let me ask this because it's one of them things that I didn't clarify, I guess, but I was just dependent upon the judges to see it. So in my premise, I defined that I'll be speaking from the paradigm we live within.
Mm-hmm.
In the debate, Anon was trying to push me to debate creating a paradigm
Yes.
to talk about.
Yes.
So I didn't fall into his conversation because I felt I adequately put in my premise what I'll be debating from. Is that legitimate?
Yes,
That is absolutely
that's what
legitimate.
they should be doing.
Okay. Just
You
want to
you
make sure.
just you just reminded me what you did too. You're right, because that paradigm word was getting like carried away, and the way you framed your argument, you kept reminding me paradigm is just a pattern. It's not a whole new world. It's a pattern in the way we do things, and you pointed out the patterns, the things that we do already. So it made it was good. You just reminded me. I forgot about that.
And I think that the debaters get caught up with they just trying to grab a whole bunch of what do they call it when you just looking for sources that agree with you and just repeating them, quoting them,
Quote
quoting them,
mine
quoting them.
You talking about confirmation bias?
Confirmation bias, yes,
Mhm.
or quote
yes,
mine.
yes, yes.
Nah, yeah, she's talking about quote
Yeah,
mine.
just a whole just a whole bunch of like, okay, are they gonna prove a
Nah,
point
man.
here?
Make
This
Them
is
make
gonna
a
quote a
them
point.
bunch of
quotes
Yeah.
I use, man, dude, I use them quotes all the time. I do this shit called Wednesday Wisdom, and every Wednesday, my shorties they get up and they try to philosophize like a proverb or a quote that I got on the board for morning circle. So like I use them quotes all the time. G. You know what I mean?
Do
All the
you?
time.
Yeah, or I think the bidders can try sharing their presentation with uh like a teenager, a child, or someone who don't really pay attention to the YouTube space and see what they think about what you're putting down.
I told niggas to shut the fuck up, though. Didn't I, Lance? I told you to watch your mouth, nigga. Better be praying to God, nigga. Somebody get an 85 or better. Otherwise, nigga, you got to come home and see me, bruh.
Nigga, I can't wait to fucking. I hope you won our debate. I hope you or Domo is somebody I got to debate,
This
bro.
gonna be me.
It's
Wow.
locked in. Yeah, it's locked in. I got Marley.
Wow.
It's gonna be me.
Yeah. It's locked in.
Oh, it's gonna be Taz.
Well, I mean, to be honest, if we being fair, it's not technically it's not locked in. There is another debate
Because we
still,
still got two other
but
people to debate.
No, it's just one.
yeah,
It's just one.
Just one other debate.
This one.
but I mean,
Anticipate them scoring
One
higher.
debate, still two other people that can score high.
They're good.
they
85.
they not gonna
Hey, Lance, that's kind of presumptuous, wouldn't you say?
right.
That's the debate league.
But I'm saying though, just like work out whatever title it was that you were talking about with black people running the South and shit during the 1800s. Like, come up with a title for that.
Hey, bro, I'm about to have to. I feel bad. I gotta whoop Marley's ass, bro. I gotta be that nigga first debate.
Man, that's some bullshit.
Yeah, come up with a title for
This
that,
nigga
bro.
just get to walk in to the next fucking round. That's some bullshit, bro.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that.
Bro, yeah, you will walk into the next round. What are you talking about? Like, let me stop. I mean, I don't understand why you niggas ain't more high.
Lance can still get the number 5 seed.
Yeah, it's possible, but I doubt it.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I get you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, so listen, man, I'm still fake bruting over here. You know what I'm saying?
It's all right, Rob, bro. It's a learning experience, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get to hold this
And,
until you debate me again, and I'm gonna be telling you.
Lance, you will never beat me at anything else in life, fam. You hear me, boy? Racing, checkers, nothing.
I don't play checkers, bro. I play chess.
I promise, bro. Hey, I guarantee you will never beat me in chess,
bro. I'll whoop you in chess. I'll whoop your ass in rhyming. I'll whoop your ass in. I already proved one thing, bro. It's just be quiet and hold it. Just hold it until you get another chance.
Last talking crazy.
Just right quick.
It don't look good, Rob. Just hold it until you get another chance.
Right quick, y'all go too far. So, Psycho, is there a cutoff date for this last debate?
I would like to get it in within a week.
I'm just asking. You know what I'm saying?
Mr. Heads Up, that was why I was a few minutes late, because I was trying to confirm. It may still be. She doesn't know yet. So just bear with us. She's still trying to do it for the original date, but something important came up. So worst case, she might just push it out by a couple days, but she is still, as of now, trying to do it on Sunday. I think she'll know for sure by tomorrow.
All right, yeah. Shout out to them.
What's up, Sister Angel?
I just don't want to debate.
Hey, Lance.
Because I debated them both.
Was a judge.
Literally, that was my 2 rounds in the last tournament was KOT and Akasha. So I don't want to debate either one of them. I just fucking debated both of them.
Yeah, man, this nigga Marley locked in.
So
bro.
Rio got the buy so far?
Yeah.
So far.
You didn't see it tonight, Lance?
Yeah, I was up there. I was on and off though. I was working out while I was watching this shit coming in. And, you know.
Well, what kind of title you thinking about, bro?
I ain't thinking about nothing, nigga. I ain't thinking about anything. We got to get into a couple of arguments.
This nigga.
Hey, Taz, good luck with coming up with a title, man. Good luck.
I'm trying to walk.
I'm the one that thought of our title. After you reneged on the title that you gave me.
You
said, yeah, Lance, I want to debate you on that Black, Scottish, Irish coming to America and being indentured service.
I told you already.
2 days later, nigga, you called me back like, we got to
To be fair, I was in on that conversation. I actually threw that topic out in the air to see if y'all was interested because I think we y'all was going back and forth, and I had mentioned like, what about this topic? Because I know you.
That's true because he brought it up first.
No, I did not.
What was we supposed to debate over at
Lance? I don't remember it in great detail, but this is what I do remember. The next day I tried to call you, bro. I couldn't get you. I called Psycho like, hey, G, I want to change the title. And then that was when I was able to get in contact with you. We worked it out.
Bro, niggas always be pass this shit. Nigga. Like, bro, niggas always gotta change perspectives and shit,
locked
bro.
in, dog.
What?
And so you ask, I'm
Y'all
asking,
make this shit weird.
Changed it then.
be honest, Rob. Did you Google the
Did you
debate
agree
title?
to change it? If you agree to change it, ain't nothing to talk about.
No, it ain't nothing. I agree to change it. I'm the one that thought of the title that we debated.
Yeah,
and I called you humbly. I didn't call saying, nigga, we gotta change it. I said, Lance, I know we agreed and all that.
I know
Man,
you
you
gotta
know what?
talk
You
nice
know
because
I ain't call you on no, you know what I mean?
Nah, when you want, bro.
It's so for you to repeat it the way you said
Try to
it.
make it sound like you got shook, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
Yeah, you really did, bro. You did.
I'ma just tell you out loud, right? I couldn't.
Yeah, he called. Yeah, brother Rob texted me like less than 24 hours in or whatever.
Man, bro. And so, you
I don't
know,
know why
I'll
y'all
leave
do
it
that.
there, Lance. But I ain't that type of nigga. You heard?
I ain't taking no title back though, so don't call me. I'm telling you now.
Well, that's what I was trying to. Taz, that's what I was trying to tell him. I was the decision maker.
Yeah. All right, bro.
Yeah, it was up to Lance. It was up to Lance. Lance decided, okay.
Yeah, I done started on the debate already, fam. Trust me. Don't call me.
And you know what's crazy? I had already started on the debate and told the nigga everything.
Yeah,
so I had to
You
start
remember
fresh,
what
bro.
I said, bro? You remember what I said that day?
I didn't, man. All I seen was blood, and
Oh wow. Oh
that's all I
wow.
seen.
Well, I'm gonna repeat it verbatim the way I said it over the phone. I can't get into no goofy shit. I never get into no goofy shit in front of our people.
What was
That's what I
goofy?
said.
What was goofy?
Yeah, all that shit you be standing on.
Hold on.
Already
if
know.
y'all Google, hold on, fuck that.
Taz,
if you Google right now,
who wants to know about fucking black Scots, nigga?
Nigga, because they contributed to the people that you was calling slaves and indentured in America. That's why.
Bro? Like I said, man, I just couldn't do that.
You was gonna die.
That's it. That's all. Straight to the point.
You was gonna die. And anybody else, I tell you what, Taz, you won't take that debate, nigga.
What
you laughing?
debate?
You laughing, nigga?
What is it?
Tell him the debate title, bro.
Something stupid. I don't know what
something about black Scots. You know,
did black Scots contribute to indentured servitude numbers and slavery numbers in America?
Yeah, you know I do dumbass shit like that.
Google it and you will see why the smoke is there, nigga. You don't want that smoke.
You'll never.
Nobody cares, bro.
That's because y'all ignorant. You would rather believe you came from fucking Africa with a fucking European last name, nigga. That's what you would rather believe.
I don't debate shit like that. I told you, move back into that conversation you used to about when you said black people ran the South, nigga.
Yeah, depends on what's popping. Depends on how I feel.
Right, I know.
What other titles you got?
Nigga, it's up to you.
Oh shit.
It's up to you, bro. I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm going to win. So I mean, I want you to have a fair chance in whatever it is that you think you might have a chance. I'm gonna win either way. So you know what I'm saying? Whatever you think you give you the best chance. You suck. You're not good. So I'm gonna win.
Okay, we're gonna see then. We're gonna see.
Don't talk like that.
I hope it's you.
Don't be like that.
I hope it's you. Domo, shut up, because you lost the task. I've never debated the nigga, so I'm still up to see. Let's see. You lost twice.
And I've watched you twice.
You ain't watched shit, nigga. That shit was the most. Shut up, man. Shut up. Hey, yo, we should do a review of the debate, nigga. All that shit you talking, so people can see how sick your ass look when you thought you was about to lose.
Do you hear like the cornball shit these niggas got to come up with to make themselves seem competitors? You're not even competitive right now, my nigga. Like I don't even the conversation we having, bro. Like I'm supposed to act like nigga anything you did was like kind of partially decent. Like yeah, okay, you won, get it. But I mean, it ain't even like the performance warrants like this type of discourse. I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like y'all niggas you give mediocre effort and then give maximum all this energy everywhere else.
My shit is fucking maximum. All fuck up, Domo. What the fuck is you talking about, nigga?
Exactly. You're confused.
Yo, shouts out to the judges for the great jobs.
Thanks, Lance.
Yes, man.
I'm going to get ready to get down. I did have a quick question, Domo, if you don't mind, about something you started to say earlier. So last year, toward the end of the year, going into the new year, for about 6 months, I studied with a retired debate judge, and she specialized in the Lincoln Douglas. She would teach me, like, how to flow a debate. And I know we don't do that here. And we would go over like mock debates. So I didn't have a lot of time on policy when it was probably about a month for me to get the accreditation, which, as you know, it's not a lot of work to get it. Anybody can do it on the website, but I thought policy, because you were saying they're very similar. I thought for policy, first of all, I know their team style. I thought that it was the one team proposes the resolution, and then it's the other team's job to just say why that resolution is wrong or not good. And that would make it different than Lincoln Douglas, right? Because Lincoln Douglas, you both have a constructive, and then you rebut each other.
Nah, yeah. Well, so you have the difference is you have a first, like in policy, you have a first affirmative constructive and a second affirmative constructive, and then a first same thing with the negative. The key distinction is like policy just gets more specific. Lincoln Douglas, their arguments are more conceptual.
Right.
It's not as wild. So like, even though Lincoln Douglas has a year-long resolution, like similar to policy, theirs isn't as specific. That's why it's called policy, because like you're literally, the idea is that you propose a legislative policy. So like the resolution starts off with the United States federal government should, and then you propose a specific policy that outlines government action, like like down to the T, to very specific detail. While Lincoln Douglas doesn't get that, it doesn't get that complicated, but where it is more similar is like Lincoln Douglas debaters have adopted more of a policy approach. So to how they develop their constructors, it's become more technical in recent years than it was like even when I was at high school, when it was more so again like conceptual based, not as focused on specific policy.
Yeah, more based on like values or social justice, or like quoting someone and saying why you agree with the quote. Okay. Understood. Okay, well, I'm going to get down to any of the debaters. I mean it when I say open door. If you ever have a question, if something doesn't seem right, please, give me the benefit of the doubt. It's never an intentional bad thing. It may be that I just missed something, but call me anytime. And if you don't feel comfortable, you can always, Psycho can get on the line and we can talk about any concerns. All right. And I hope everybody has a good night. I'm going to get down now.
Peace, Angel.
Peace, y'all.
Like, bro, you got to start sticking up for me and stop letting these niggas bully me, dog. You got to start sticking up for me and letting these niggas bully me.
As far as what? What do you mean?
Hear these niggas talking shiesty to me on this motherfucker, bro.
Talk more trash than everybody can talk about it.
Oh boy, I knew that shit was gonna happen. I knew as soon as Taz it dawned on me what Taz was saying. I was like, look, that ain't shit about to happen to me.
It sounded good though yesterday when you were saying, I'm still on top. I'm still number one.
This is my nigga Rio, man. If anybody, I just knew it was gonna be him though. I knew it was gonna be him. I know it. Cause like it's like especially against Nyame, my nigga. Like that shit was Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, bro.
Yeah, it was bad. That's why I say I don't even want to make it seem like I'm saying there wasn't a clear cut winner. That ain't.
I don't even want to talk about that. That shit was wild.
And it's like, bro. I mean, to be honest, you win that debate. You deserve that. You deserve it. Like, I feel like, can you win that debate with less than a 90, nigga?
Mm,
You're not about to half-ass. You're not about to half-ass win a debate against black people getting resources, nigga.
I don't think I don't think Nyame was framing that shit right, though. I mean, he left a lot of. I mean, like I said, for me, it was just the willingness to concede black people having control ever, any form of control of resources. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was supposed to be coming through the door. We've never had control of resources. Like, and that's what we standing on for this whole debate. So the things you're referring to, sure, those are things that I can maybe control. That's within my life, but we don't have control of resources, and we have never had control of resources. I think that would have changed how that whole argumentation went. Because he said it, but he said it with no impact. It didn't, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't really pushing that point and bringing it home. He wasn't driving that point home. He did say it.
Man, Rio said rap was a resource.
Which, I mean, the way he framed it, it is. But
he said his song played at the beginning of the debate was a resource.
But the problem is like that, but we don't have control of rap. And that's where, you know what I'm saying, again, the argumentation falls short if you ain't going to pick that up in the rapid fire in that moment.
That's what I was about to say. He didn't say that shit, bro. All Nyame had to say was, we don't control none of this shit. And so great is Brother Robin. Great example of framing, right? Access versus control. Access versus control. Rio is conflating access with control. And Yame has to be like, no, nigga, you saying just because we can use this shit don't mean we control it. What are we talking about?
And I think he was saying it, but he wasn't saying it with the necessary conviction.
Clarity. He was saying it with conviction, nigga. He wasn't saying it with clarity. It wasn't. It's like we knew what he was saying. It was like there's an assumption that
you saw conviction before the rebuttal, because I didn't. That late in that rebuttal.
Oh, you said before the rebuttal. Yeah, no, that was the first time I saw it.
Yeah, because I'm saying in his premise that the conviction was lacking. There was no power to it. It was kind of boring for Rio. I'm listening, but you know what I'm saying, I know Rio's style, so he finna turn his bitch up. Like,
and that's exactly what he did. Turned it up, nigga. It's like, and it's like, did the rebuttal rounds make it competitive? I think he said, like, if we was viewing it not necessarily by the score, but just by like conceptually who won each round. You of course you get a premise to Rio, and Nyame barely gets the rebuttal, barely. But the rapid fire is like not even close.
The chat saying that Nyame won, so he was some type of convincing.
No, the chat agreed with Nyame. The chat, like, that's what that was. Like Nyame, and for the chat, I mean, everybody would agree that in
stretch, bro, he had to have some type of compelling argument to them, not professional.
No, because that argument is compelling. But yes, if black people have resources, we can neutralize white supremacy. That's actually, I would have loved to take that affirmative. Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm running.
Nigga, that's tears across the board.
I'm gonna tell you,
tears across the board. Nigga, you said with having resources, like in Yame's argument about not giving a fuck if white people was racist, if we controlled our own resources, nigga, that'd be argument number one.
I gotta center it around. Yeah. I'm centering everything around that.
Let them be racist. We don't give a fuck. Stay over there. We fine. You don't control our water. You don't control our electricity. We have our own economy. We trade internally. We don't need you. What? White supremacy? That old shit?
Premise, right? That's the premise. That's the entire
Oh
premise.
my God!
I mean, that shit worked just fine. But then you got examples like Chicago and Detroit, and
those are not examples
here's the
of
deal:
black people
when
with black
black
people
people are
controlling
listen, when
resources.
black people have their own resources, when they're making money
They
and
don't
doing
control
well,
No,
white people
they
get
don't
mad at that shit and
control.
burn it down.
The key word is control.
because that's where Nyame,
Yes.
he kept that
Bro, they did
again.
their
The
own
whole
irrigation in Oklahoma. They wasn't living off nobody else's infrastructure.
argumentation got to
Bro,
change.
you don't understand. You don't understand what control of resources mean, bro. Doing things, being able to do things is not a question of control. You're allowed. That's access. Control means you dictate the industry.
You need a
Like
military, bro, to do that.
y'all keep jumping to the military point, but
You need a military to control resources. That's the whole reason for the military.
yes, but the question of the question of the debate isn't what you need, even though that can become a part of it, right? You do want to bring that up.
It's
The
all about
question
a
of the debate still
hypothetical. It's all about a
is
hypothetical. If
right
we had control of the resources, assuming we already got the military, we got the
to
resources,
protect it, all of that. Yeah.
does
Like
that
that,
neutralize white supremacy?
Yes, yes.
it
Yes.
neutralizes white
I'm
supremacy
saying,
where we control the resources at, but not all over the
I'm
world.
saying even the
It
talk.
don't matter. It
Don't
neutralizes
matter.
the
It
impact.
We
neutralizes
got
it.
the
Again, I
resources in
thought
America.
the best point that Yame brought up in the debate, and I don't know if everybody caught it, but he said, I'm talking about neutralize. I didn't say stop white supremacy.
Yes, right.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
talking about neutralizing white supremacy, and it would.
Yes.
Definitely.
What the fuck do we complain about? The lack of resources and opportunity. That's the
What
complaint.
Malcolm X say? He said they hate us because we black. They oppress us because we poor. You know.
That's what I'm saying. And as much as
Hey, I will say
it's
this,
like,
y'all. I'm proud of y'all with the debate topics. They are thought provoking, and they are issues that we deal with on the, in real time. So I appreciate the topics and shit. I can't wait until the season starts so I can get off into some pseudo shit. Fuck y'all.
Yeah, Naomi didn't hit him with the he didn't hit him with the we only control. I always say 1% of the wealth of America, but some people debate 4%. But either way, even if you give us 4%, still we 14% with 4% of the wealth of America. So he ain't give him that statistic for sure. He didn't give him that Malcolm X quote I just gave you either. He said a bus. He said
yo,
Nelly.
Hey Taz, so
and
if we never control resources, what's the $1 billion in land quote that's in that newspaper clipping that I showed you that you said you already had?
That's what you say. You ain't showed me shit at the Choctaw Advocate from 1912, nigga.
I just
And you got to think about it, Les. Like it's not saying that we have nothing. We don't have any resource. 4% of the wealth of America, and we 14% of America. Buttermilk biscuits ain't gonna help, bro. We need some
back then. I'm talking about back then in the 1800s.
that's still not control. It's access.
bro.
That's not control.
If Jack
It's access.
Wall Street had control, you think they could have flew in with and bombed them, bro? We had control. We at least could have had some airplanes to fight back. And that's not even a military argument. That's like
Or if we had control, we
don't even got local
would have
protection, right?
We would have just rebuilt it. We would have just rebuilt it.
Airplanes to get in the air to at least try to knock them out the air.
Because his argument centered around the times that he was claiming we had control. That should be easy to rebut because we ain't had.
That's what I'm saying. This nigga Rio won the argument against black resources. That nigga deserved the 90, my nigga. I can't. That's just the real. I beat the Dr. Sadie arguments. That's light work. That's light work. You talk about uphill.
Other niggas.
That's what we doing, bro. So I'm supposed to say, yeah, I beat the Hebrew Israelite argument. That was super light work. That's what I'm supposed to say.
Don't do that. Shout out to my nigga. Nah, don't do that to my nigga, bro.
Yeah, that was some bullshit. It was no fucking shit.
That was but no, he took the uphill fight and
Yeah,
won that
I think
motherfucker.
A9 had the uphill fight on that debate.
But like you said, and Angel said, it was up to Naomi to call him out on a lot of that bullshit.
Stop calling that nigga Naomi. That nigga name is Nyame. Nyame.
Vice called that Naomi. That was wild right there.
Yeah. And Nyame, he wasn't calling them out on the bullshit, man, because Rio was just, a lot of false fallacies. He should have been hitting him upside his head with that shit. Like it was
it was like remember the Rocky with Antonio, or what's his name, Tarver, was it Antonio Tarver? The Rocky, like the last one, yeah, like when that nigga got his ass on the ring, got his ass washed up, but he put on a good fight. Like, yeah, like that.
Pushback for Nyame, but the lack of aggression. You know what I'm saying? And that, we was talking about debating one time. He was the one I was going to debate me on garbage shit. And like I told him, like, bro, but like your shit boring, fam. Like, you're boring. Like, this shit is gonna be fucking easy. And I mean, I guess talking shit to him scared him off because we never did it. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I just think his style is so slow. It's kind of boring. Like, he almost has to, turn up a little bit. And I think that it's not there. And so you letting people walk all over you in the debates. That's what I see every time. So I'm not surprised. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
look at
that
KOT turn around. I think he can turn around because KOT was timid and shy and stuttery. Couldn't hardly understand that nigga.
Nigga, you just finally had a good debate, nigga. Shut up.
You out your damn mind. Shut your ass up, nigga. I'm fucking playoff debater, nigga. Remember that every season.
Rio didn't show up to the after party at all.
Nah, them niggas don't be pulling up this shit like this.
Rio don't normally pull up.
They don't fuck with us.
That nigga Rio got shit to do. He know we on here talking shit because I'm sure he was listening.
Yeah, he listening.
Yeah, he'll pull up. He ain't pulling up for no celebration type shit.
Yeah.
For the ship. He'll do that shit for the ship, though.
He humble, bro.
Shout out to Rio, man.
He humble because I mean, look, I felt bad that Rob, like, not that he lost, but how he felt about losing. You feel what I'm saying?
You gotta rub it in.
No, for real, bro. The way he was looking and shit, the way he had that. So I felt bad. I wanted to get off panel, like, for real, like, go to sleep, bro. And just
that nigga ready to race, play checkers, chess, everything. Nah, he say, nigga, I'm gonna get you a son.
And I'm fucking with him because the next time he gonna listen to all of this criticism, he gonna come back and he gonna try to win.
You wild.
You? Nah, man, let my nigga Lance talk his shit.
By the time I get back to Rob, I'm gonna get him off so much from the other debates that he gonna still struggle.
Yo, it wasn't until Angel said something that I forgot that, like, yeah, that nigga did, like, the nigga barely had a debate. The nigga debated the nigga that, who did he debate? Madon?
Nah, T-Duck.
T-Duck.
Oh, yes, exactly.
He's not a playoff debater too. Stop front.
But he didn't have a presentation.
He advanced. Again, he was supposed to debate Chris, and the bullshit happened. But yeah, he T-Duck in the first round.
Yeah.
He made it to the second round. I was supposed to host that debate too.
Man, the Rob is a fucking bro. He's an educator. I don't have no sympathy, except the only thing is that he don't know the style how to debate yet. He's an educator though. He gonna step it up. When you see how he is on Q channel, that nigga's a whole nother nigga. All that education is out the fucking window. And he gonna bring that into the debate. I'm fucking with him so he can get that, bro. Just like y'all did me. Y'all gave me the fire that I got. And this my first debate in almost 5 years.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie though.
And Nyame was my first debate in 5 years. This is my second.
Nah, Rob, I'm gonna be real though. What Lance said was real though. Rob reaction though, that let me know the nigga gave a fuck.
Yeah, he give a fuck.
Yeah, he cares.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he competitive.
Motherfucking right. You heard him say, I don't like to lose at nothing.
They're my favorite one because it's like even like and I wish I know Trevor probably ain't going because of everything but Trevor, when I sent him home in the playoffs, like. Bro,
Lance,
you know what I'm
did you
saying?
get
Bro, who the fuck is Trevor? Who the fuck
You
is
don't remember
Trevor?
Trevor?
Trevor, nigga, Trevor. He got a pretty decent channel. He got a pretty
I
decent channel.
forgot
What's
the
his
name of the chat. I can't think of
Trevor?
it. I think it's
He be
named
doing
after
like
him. He
he do
came over
debates on
with
his channel.
I want to say, was it MD? I think he
No,
was
I
like
not.
came around with like MD, but he the one I debated in the playoffs. What was it? Was black male culture a detriment? I think to the community or whatever. I forgot how that title was.
God damn.
Black
No.
male
Like male culture.
Black male culture.
Nah,
What
like
is
you know the
I think I
YNs.
said black male culture.
That sounds like some old Taz content right there.
that definitely sounds some gender baggage. Like,
Yeah, it was. I mean, he gave me the layup, bro. He took the no. So I definitely I definitely threw my Cynthia G.
Lance, did you beat in y'all debate?
Kicked him around.
Nah,
But you know, I
I was
always
surprised,
agree with
too.
that argument anyway.
Beat
That's
you.
why I stated what I stated.
Yeah, he did. I was very surprised. But you know, when I listen to I just think that the see, Psycho was a judge, bro, so I can't really give it to you like that. But
Pause.
yeah, pause. I gave a
Pause.
premise, and I don't think the premise was taken serious because I was proving those things that I showed in my debate is actual quotes from state manuscripts and shit about his description, how he looked, different people, and showing how all of the presidents was connected to the Huguenots. I showed how the Huguenots was first is connected to the Moors.
Hold on. What was y'all debate?
Wait a
Was
minute.
George Washington black or some shit?
Nah. Hold on, let me see. Let me pull it up. You
King,
remember it?
was King David black?
Nah. White people write the Constitution.
Oh shit.
So hold on though. When you heard that title though, Taz, I'm trying to figure out what you taking the opposite side of that now?
Wait,
He
what
don't
is
want to take no side of that shit right there. That's bullshit.
Okay.
which one? That black male culture shit?
Yeah.
You know what? I honestly still my actual position is still the same. I'm saying as far as content, I wouldn't fuck with it, but
Yeah. I feel you.
kind of the same. Like, niggas be on
Yeah,
bullshit.
you wouldn't go. You wouldn't. Yeah.
Yeah, damn, Tad. That's what you was on all them years, man. Far Mitchell.
Like, yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, that nigga's the father of fucking gender banging.
I mean, shit. I mean, you could. The only reason I wouldn't accept that title is because a lot of my shit was a response.
Nah. Hell no, Tap, nigga. Oh my god, nigga, you brung gender banging to the fucking league.
No, bro.
That's not true. That's not true.
You're following.
That's years later, though. That's years later. I'm saying
OJ what was his nigga name? OJ the Juice. What was the nigga name? It was the OJ nigga. That's who brought that shit to the league. We had to run him off. He around now. I think the nigga changed his name to Pan.
Oh, big game, big game, or
Orthel James.
Oh,
I
big
think
game,
that nigga
Orthel
done changed his name though.
OJ.
Yeah, because we ran his ass off years ago. Years ago.
OJ used to come my channel all the time.
He died years ago when that nigga started talking about how gay people dress and like he was like, what?
Bro, that was the
He
first time I
gay
talked
people
to a minister.
dress good. That nigga said some
I
crazy
definitely see
shit.
him debating that.
That was the first time
motherfuckers. Yeah.
First
He
time
didn't
I ever
make it
talked
to a
minister.
debate, man. I don't think he ever made it to one. He got beat up on the panel so bad, and then he said something crazy that was just borderline, probably crossed the line, and Rob just, you know how Rob was at that time, bro. He wasn't gonna let off of it.
Bro, I remember that nigga was talking shit about the color purple.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
He
was like, and then they indoctrinate us with shit like the color purple. And I'm like, Wait, what the fuck are you talking about? Like indoctrinate us how? Like, yeah, they, they try to. It's women who were trying to make us think that, and it's like, oh my nigga, you what type of
Well,
nothing ass getting is you?
I don't disagree with that Color Purple talking point though. I'm gonna give it a fuck. That's
I
Alice
don't either.
Walker. I don't get down with Alice Walker.
And not only that,
Yeah.
they show one
Nah, fuck it.
family, man.
Y'all niggas is fucked up too.
Bro, in that time,
Well, I
people
remember the Color Purple, the movie when it came out in real time, and how that shit.
I mean, the movie, yeah, but the book though, I'm a fan of Alice Walker though in the book and her work in general though. I think once you really going into to Alice Walker, to me, that's the separation between feminism and what black women do.
As somebody who ain't never seen it, I would say it has a negative impact on the black community.
You ain't never seen it. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I ain't never seen it, bro. I was never interested.
Well, you can't say that it got a negative impact.
Taz a young nigga, bro.
Yeah, I can say it has. I can say it has a negative impact because of how people discuss it and talk about it and treat it as if it's a real historical event. I can absolutely talk about it.
No, they don't. Who does that?
That's like the biggest issue I got with it. People do treat it just like it's a historical event, like that shit really happened.
But I'm saying, Psycho, if you've never seen it, can you say it has a negative impact on the community? I just want to know.
I mean, I would agree, bro.
Yeah, you could say that if you've never seen it.
Yes,
I mean, I've seen it though.
I'm trying to see is anybody else agreeing with you with this shit.
Hold on, so Taz.
I think it takes away from her work though.
Hold on, Blue. Consistency check. Consistency check. Consistency check. Is it more detrimental to the black community than drill music?
For what? The Color Purple?
Yeah.
I would say it's the same.
I would say yes.
I would say it's the same.
Okay.
Psycho said yeah.
Look, pass. Oh, Psycho said yeah. Not Psycho didn't pass.
I hold the position. I hold the position that movies affect us more than music ever will.
Okay.
Yeah, the visual.
You think so?
I mean, yeah,
I think they both got to go together though, because part of what make a good movie though.
You know why I say? You know why I say that? You know why I say that? Because there's songs that you probably heard as a kid that you sung or whatever this, that, and third. Your parents listened to it, sung it all the time. Everything else, didn't even know what the fuck the song was talking about until you got older and actually listened to the lyrics, and then it hit you like, whoa. I ain't even know the fuck this song was even talking about all this.
Yeah, but that shit kind of dangerous though.
But if you saw that movie as a little kid, you're gonna know what the fuck you saw, and that shit gonna stay with you as a little kid. It ain't gonna just hit you when you're older.
Fuck with that.
Hell yeah, Black Panther did that to me. Fuck me up. Black Panther fucked me up. All them niggas died at the end. Oh boy, that fucked me up.
That shit hit hard with the song.
Yeah, I mean that's a credible point in the context of which medium has a longer lasting impact. But I don't think Color Purple did. I don't think Color Purple did all that.
I mean, it was. I think it did. It was a detriment though to her work. I don't think it really showed both sides of the purpose of what she even wrote the book about or for.
You think?
I mean, and you got to think about it from. Like, I think me and GQ about to make the same point.
Yeah.
You got to think about it from the context of the movie versus the book. You know what I'm saying? And how when you put it in a different medium, especially to like sell movies, it's certain parts of it.
I was just asking. I was just gonna ask. Did he think the movie did the book a disservice? I never read it.
Yeah, in my opinion, it did.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay. So
it does womanism in general kind of a disservice because it's not. It makes it sound more lopsided. I think what separates it from feminism is like the fact that they actually give a fuck about niggas. But like in feminism, they don't give a fuck about niggas at all enough to care. You know what I mean?
I agree. It's blackwash feminism, but my thing is with Alice Walker, like Alice Walker was a whole misogynist. Like
blackwash feminism.
she despised black men. She despised black men in particular.
Off the hip.
In particular, she despised black men. I mean, when she wrote that book, she was married to a white dude. Then right after, and then when she divorced the white dude, she got with a whole Becky. So like, yeah, like she has issues with black men, and it seeped all through the book, all through the movie, everything else. Like, I just got issues with Alice Walker, yo. Sorry, I ain't crazy about it.
You ain't said white man, Becky.
Like I say, fam, I'll go get my wife right now, bro. She'll sit here and talk to you for an hour about the realities within the movie The Color Purple, bro. As if that shit really happened. That was a really.
but see, I think that was the argument that I was having with.
Going off of that shit.
That was the argument I was having with Big Gang Orange Dog. It's certain tropes.
I got 9 aunties.
That shit a detriment in the crib before we even get outside, G.
Bro,
I got like 9 aunties.
You gotta remember, people at that time were religious fanatics. They were people who were trying to keep the Bible laws. So for the most part. So yes, it did happen, but not for the majority of the people, bro. That's false.
Bro,
I don't. But that's what I'm saying. I don't think like so.
They went in the juke joint. Stop that.
I heard.
They ain't have a girlfriend.
You talking about Lance? What you mean, bro?
The people in that time were religious people, bro. They were religious, bro. They were fanatical.
God damn. I'm gonna be honest. I got 9 aunties. I ain't gonna even just speak on it, but literally, bro, if you knew the stories, bro, like the shit, like even that I even just found out, I think it just a few weeks ago, bro. That shit is every last one of my aunties, bro. And I won't say everything, but like Turner type shit, bro. Like crazy.
But bro, listen.
Crazy.
You under the assumption that all the women, all the black women, and
all of
crazy.
them they all love
last
that
one
movie.
Of them.
They all love that movie, bro. Like
they all relate
universally,
to it. Like they
around
all
the board.
went through that shit. That's the crazy part.
Man, when you speaking from a person that has been abused point of view, it's possible for you to see it that way. But in reality, most people don't go through those things. Those are horrific things. Most families don't go through that.
What? I'm telling you right now, bro.
Sure?
Man,
nigga,
that's fucked up.
Nigga,
if your family's been through that shit, my
the
sister,
women ain't gonna
my brother,
on that shit,
my mom,
bro.
my dad, my grandmother, my uncles, my aunties. Like we don't go through
that's
that.
not shit, bro. We don't. It's a lot of shit, bro. We
All
don't.
right, I'm gonna be honest, bro. You're not saying what you think you're saying. And I'm gonna give you a little bit of grace that we don't be giving Madonna's ass because you want to debate. So you moved up in the hierarchy, right?
Man,
but I'm gonna tell you right now, the point that you're trying to make. Hold on, listen. That's what I'm saying. The point that I understand the point that you're trying to make, right? Like that type of violence doesn't over determine the black experience for women, right? I understand that point, but when we start talking about frequency, how often it happens, like the amount of common stories that don't get told, right? Like that, it's a reality to that. You know what I'm saying? And the problem is we not sympathetic enough to those realities because it's something that we feel like it's something that we need to defend, or we need to like protect the culture, or we need to protect black men. But like sometimes it's recognizing the commonality in these stories and the frequency of which we hear these stories taking place.
The majority story though, Domo.
Bro, listen.
See how I went from purple to some real shit.
Yeah, 1,000 parts, 1,000 parts, Taz, on that. You didn't have to see it.
Very quickly.
You ain't had to see it. You know that it's fucked up.
Point taken, nigga.
Yeah.
See how quick that transition.
Yeah, I was gonna say that before you even said something.
Now all the black men is raping their nieces and sisters, bro. That's fucked up.
That ain't bro. But a lot of our nieces and sisters are being assaulted.
Nobody's trying to deny that, bro.
Hold on, but bro,
that's
they don't.
Dysfunction in the black community. But
so why are you getting angry?
Hold on.
Bro, because I hate how y'all try to paint our people.
No, bro. I just told you.
Nobody's doing that, man.
I just told you that's not the case. I just told you all black men ain't that, bro. But a lot of our women, bro, are being abused.
Right, in their lands.
Can be
Those two things. Exactly.
That's what that sounds
like I said, I'm not denying that, bro. I'm not saying
Okay, cool. So we in agreement. So everything.
But hold on, but for y'all to see, because
we're not doing that.
We're not doing it again.
No, we're not doing that, bro.
The majority of our women is experiencing.
We never.
Bro,
hold on. Listen,
I said a lot, bro, and they ain't gonna speak on it.
Right, like you trying to argue this distinction of majority or whatever, like that's what take away from the shit that actually matters. You more so trying to prove a point as opposed to
I'm
just
more so trying
recognizing
to say
that
that
there's a
all
reality.
our black men ain't out here dysfunctional.
Nobody's saying that.
Not the
That's a straw man.
majority.
I'm the black men.
Bro, we're not saying that.
Clearly said that.
So all our sisters are not
You're not saying that,
experiencing
Domo. You're not saying that,
abuse
Domo,
from the women about our men.
effects of that movie kind of help paint that narrative.
That's why I said that movie did a disservice, because it causes us to have the discussion from a fucking it ain't a healthy place that we having a discussion. And it's some real shit.
But saying that the majority of people not going through that, black women going through that, or black men treating people, that's not taken away from what the ones who did go through it went through. It's not a takeaway.
But it's like, but here's the thing. The reason why it's a takeaway is because it's focusing on trying to create that distinction when it's like, even if it's not a majority, it could be a third. Should we not care about it because it's not the majority?
People did that.
Should we not talk about it?
Remember, that was a part of the act.
That's the whole point. Nobody's saying we shouldn't care about it. We just said that's not the reality.
Right. But do you see how I keep moving away from focusing on whether or not it's the majority, and niggas keep bringing it back to the majority? That's why it's like we don't have to make the claim that all black men are bad, that all black experiences are terrible, that all black women, all they do ever get shit like
But
shit.
that's the narrative that gets spun though. I would that is kind of the narrative that gets spun, and like after movies like The Color Purple, because it's not just The Color Purple, but stuff.
I mean, and that's a correct point, right?
Be having the conversation. Though.
That became the way you make a hit. You got to do this. That's Tyler Perry's whole business model. I make 300 Color Purples. I can't lose.
Like if you get, of course, if you gonna have a conversation between Madon and one of the radicals, divestors, bro. Of course, that shit ain't gonna the narrative ain't gonna sound good. That shit is gonna sound like a terrible conversation. It's like it ain't for them to like. They ain't even supposed to be really speaking on that shit. Like, and they really do it without even no knowledge of any of Kimberly Crenshaw's work or any of it. That does the conversation a disservice. It's like, nah, it ain't all, but it's definitely a problem. And it ain't even just like a man problem. When we say the children being abused, niggas get happy, bro, with a girl and think just because he got a girl, she could be around his kids alone and shit.
Hell yeah, you're right. I be happy when you can trust your girl around your kids.
Yeah, nigga, when can you trust her?
You can't. Your kids. It's niggas get married, bro. What do you mean you can't? When you can't? It's women out here that's good that you can trust around your kids. What are you saying?
Yeah, it is. It's some, and
but
it's some that you can't.
What do you mean it's some?
Are you vetting them?
Bro, this is what I'm saying, bro. Y'all,
nigga, it's some.
I don't have
that. That has changed now. I don't know. 2025 might be a little more dangerous, but back in the gap, my mama dropped me off at my stepmama's house. Goddamn it.
Yeah. And now, bro, folks don't have no patience.
Back when she got ready to.
Does, man. That's what The Color Purple does. Now we have.
I mean, folks do, bro. We gotta be careful.
She got ready to.
I got you. I raised the daughter, so
my daddy was nowhere around.
I understand all that.
I want to be clear. I've never seen The Color Purple all the way through. All right.
I
Yeah,
didn't watch
I was
that.
just
that
I
shit
love
really fucked with me as a
that
kid.
music.
Like, as a little kid and shit, like, I was wondering if I was going, like, am I going to grow up being like that? Like, what's going, like, is this an inherent in
Damn.
is this an inherent shit? Like, because it wasn't
It's
one
something to
good
expect,
black
right?
man. It wasn't one good black man in that whole fucking movie. The one quote unquote good black man got his ass whooped by a motherfucking woman and shit in that fucking movie. So like, so it's like,
hard to hit
Possible to beat me.
yeah, like, so it's like it wasn't no good black man. So it's like that shit fucked me up. Like, hold up, man, what the fuck is this? Like, yo, that shit traumatized me as a kid. I'm just keeping it a buck.
You was traumatized, Psycho.
Is that how I'm gonna be? Is
I think
it's a little.
all black men is fucked up. All black men is fucked
Nah,
up. Grow up
I
to be
think
a
it was
fucked
a
up
little.
motherfucker.
For me, I think it was a little balance between where Psycho is to where. I mean, like I knew it was a movie, man. Put it like that. Like I had it in context, even in my young mindset, because I did recognize like black men wasn't the only villains in there. Suge Avery character, she was a villain, and it was other women villains in there. Oprah went through some trauma in there, but she wasn't no nice
Colorism.
person. Yeah, colorism, it was all type of shit going
My
on in there.
mind was already fucked up as a child because I ain't see nothing wrong with shit them niggas was doing in there.
But the thing is too though, like Yomo, you said you never seen the end. It did end on a high note, so for what it was
Bro,
worth.
I never gave a fuck about them type of movies.
But my problem with it is
I mean,
that
I ain't had
Steven
cable.
Spielberg was the director. I don't like having like white people being a part of
Nigga, we
material
was the
like that when it
last
comes
niggas.
to, you know what I'm saying. I just don't have that's the issue I have with as a Hollywood.
Only problem I had was with Danny Glover kissing Suge ass. That was it. Other than that, I ain't had no problem with shit.
I was the last nigga,
So you don't
bro,
think
in
I
the
see it?
hood with cable, bro. So shit like Jurassic Park, The Color Purple, nigga, Science Field would do, nigga. It didn't matter if
Nigga,
you had that.
that mean you watch shit like Colors, Fresh.
Yeah, nigga. I don't think, nigga, we got cable until motherfucking the digital box came.
But
Nigga,
even
I was
some of the
watching the
movies you
Jackson
like,
5.
like they have just as much trauma in it. Like Menace to Society wasn't no step above Color Purple if you think about it.
What
You
about the
know,
Jackson 5 though? And how they did Joe Jackson?
now they exaggerated on that. That definitely was
Hey,
overblown.
bro, Joe
Much
Jackson
love
beat
What
the
on
we
shit out
feel
of them
about Joe
kids.
Jackson? But yeah,
That
when
shit
but
is
that
not
was
overblown, bro. Ike Turner was really
it
whipping Tina Turner ass in front of
nah,
people.
nah, 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 not A
That was
It
Turner.
was
definitely
nah,
witnesses.
exaggeration.
Just straight.
that was
It was
overblown.
Hold
witnesses.
on, bro. Hold on, because that's
What
the
are we talking
same.
about?
Hold on, bro. That's unfair because that's the same character. He played both people, didn't he?
No.
Nah,
Oh, okay, okay. Hold on. Oh, okay. But nah,
Lawrence
hold on.
Fishburne played Ike Turner.
the guy from Welcome Back Carter played Joe Jackson. The guy from
I'm about
Welcome
to
Back
say,
Carter.
don't put that nigga in that box. Hold up, bro.
That
Nah,
was an exaggeration
but
like a motherfucker.
but nah,
Come on,
you
you don't
think
think
Joe
that Tina
Jackson
Turner
though?
shit was
We ain't
exaggerated?
fucking with Joe Jackson?
No, we ain't talking about Joe Jackson. He's beating the shit out of them kids.
Is that the
He made
reason
them
for the
kids
way they
great.
are?
Yeah, he made them great.
Yeah, he beat them into hundreds of millions of dollars in fame. That's
Yeah,
what he did.
superstar. He beat their ass all the way in
Did
the
you think
superstar.
you
Not
think he
only
beat
that,
the
them
black
niggas
out
got
of him?
generational wealth, nigga.
Like not being funny, like you think he like literally beat the
He
black out of
definitely
him?
beat the
He
black out of
literally
him.
beat the black. Nah.
Hell,
I think that was L.A. man. I'm
Man,
blaming L.A. for that. Yeah, I'm blaming the West Coast. Yeah, they ain't get.
Nah, hell nah.
They had their
Hold
minds right when
on.
they was in Detroit. When they
Hell
they was in
nah.
Gary.
Gary,
Where
yeah.
Barry?
They
No,
had their minds
no.
right, but then they
Where
moved to
Barry
L.A.
Gordy?
and they
Nigga,
got
they was
around
in
all the weird
Detroit.
motherfuckers
Hold
Mike
like
got
on.
around the Beatles and shit and wanted
Hold
to be
up.
a Beatle so
No,
motherfucking
They
bad.
Gordy.
started hanging out in the Playboy mansions and all that other weird ass shit going on out there. The motherfuckers got turned out, man.
No, hell nah. Barry
Mike
Gordy.
wanted to be Elvis Presley so motherfucking
Hold
bad.
on. Man,
It's
where
when they
Barry
moved to
Gordy
Cali, man.
from?
What? I mean, go back and look at the timeline. Look at what they look like when they
Ain't
was in
this the same? Ain't this the
the
same nigga that be complaining about East Coast bars? Niggas
I'm just
always
saying,
complaining about East Coast
look at
bars.
the timeline.
That's why
Look
he's
at the
shooting. That's why
timeline.
he's shooting.
I know why he's
He's
shooting.
like a motherfucker.
This is about that. This is about the end of the debate. This is why he's shooting right now. I know where that came from. He seen them coming. What was that on? You could get with this. You could get with that.
No,
Hold
no,
up, man.
That
Let me
nigga
see
Michael
what Lyric
Jackson was
Gordon
in
was
hands
saying.
with the queen, nigga. Ain't nobody
see what
touching the
Lyric
queen, nigga. That
Gordon
nigga,
was,
she
man.
took her glove off and shook that nigga hand.
Yeah, man, that's Detroit fault, man. Yeah, that's Detroit.
Nah, that nigga had an afro in Detroit with a big nose, nigga, and
Nah,
black chick.
nigga. That nigga, that
He
Straight up,
voice
ain't lying.
change.
He ain't
that nigga
lying.
was
This motherfucker moved to LA. All of a sudden, they started getting Jerry curl juice, nose jobs.
Hell yeah.
Skin bleaching.
All right, the
They
full
doing the
black
most out there,
migration
bro.
Hey, bro,
had
them niggas was
there.
going
There
to the
hadn't
movie
been that
theater with
full
other
black
blacks and
migration to LA
everything, nigga.
yet. We still migrating at this time.
Hey, you want to know the only reason I'm agreeing with Psycho is because if you remember when you watched the American Dream, like Jackson 5, The American Dream,
Oh hell
when they
nah.
go from them like once they like kind of fast forward and they was older and Michael started working on his own music, how them niggas was dressing and shit when they was living like in Encino. Nigga,
Oh
like that
hell
nigga,
nah.
them niggas was wearing like frills and shit. Like,
Walking
That
around
was
the
all Cali
swimming
shit.
pool and
That was
shit.
all. It was all in Cali doing that shit.
When they fast forward, they was walking around the swimming pool with all that bullshit on in the big van.
Hey man, it wasn't niggas wasn't there yet, man. We was just arriving. We saved them.
how them niggas talked. I don't know, Michael.
Hey, did y'all ever see the Black Dynamite Michael Jackson skit?
Nah.
What is the
Psycho,
episode? You talking about the
you gotta
episode?
play that shit, Psycho, bro.
Michael Jackson is not an alien, bro.
That shit is that shit
I
was
did
funny.
see that.
Man, you
Yeah,
can't
I
play
did see
nothing
that.
with Michael Jackson. Hell nah.
That nigga Black Dynamite did
They
the
will
Michael
strike
Jackson.
us right
Hey,
now,
look,
bro.
it was Michael Jackson that was beating him. It wasn't Joe
Nah,
Jackson on that shit.
there better not be a real Michael Jackson. You
Look what
can't
you.
play
Hold on,
nothing
hold
with
on. What do you say? What do you say, Lance? Look what you made me do, Green Corn.
That nigga said, hold on. He said, all he do is remind us of what happened to Jamon. Chama.
Yeah, some more.
That shit is crazy. That nigga said that motherfucker. That nigga was having.
Yeah, I do remember that shit now when you say that Shamo shit.
Yeah, Chamo. And the motherfucker. When the alien ship came, it said he.
Hey man, Bubbles did not come from no Cali. Hey, y'all gotta stop that, man. Bubbles was from
Bubbles definitely
China.
came from Cali.
He from
Oh,
somewhere
no,
in
that's
East
definitely
Asia.
Cali, man.
Yeah, he bought Bubbles in Cali.
Bubbles was from East Asia.
From the
But look, you got to think about by the time the nigga was 17, 18 years old, he just spent more time in Cali than he spent in Gary.
Yeah.
Nah, hell nah.
Yeah.
That nigga, no.
But he technically
That nigga was in Detroit.
They moved to LA. He was like 12.
Hell nah.
Yeah.
Nah, y'all man. They in Detroit, man. They in Detroit with Motown.
But no, Motown moved to LA. Motown moved to LA, and they moved there not too long after. But Motown moved there first, and then Motown was in Detroit and LA because they started making movies. They started making shit like The Wiz, Mahogany.
Barry had moved to LA.
The Blues and all that shit. That's all Motown.
See, they brought that energy from Detroit.
No, they was already in LA when Mike and them got with them. Barry had moved to LA.
Yeah,
motherfuckers in LA.
Yeah.
They
They moved to LA not too long after they got signed. I think they was still out there. Their first album, their second album. I think that's when they had moved to LA, like their second one.
Hey man, what the Redskins record is, man?
I don't want to talk about it.
Hey, Psycho, you wasn't as traumatized by Minister Society as you was the Color Purple.
Fuck no.
What happened?
You wasn't as traumatized by Minister Society as you was the Color Purple.
Nah, I was a little bit older when the Men's Society came out.
All of
Nah.
them movies is
See, because
terrible. I ain't gonna lie.
like this might speak to don't
Bro,
know and
Minister
Luke One.
Society made me think. I said I'm gonna have to get me a gun.
Color Purple came out
Them
like
movies ain't do
85.
y'all
All
no
the
harm.
society wanted
I
made
have
me
to
do
watch
is
the
want to
movie,
drop
bro.
top
I hated
money.
old. I hated old dog.
But listen though, I'm going somewhere with it.
Them movies
So
is
name
why Cali niggas think we the hardest niggas on the
but
goddamn
so
planet.
like
Them
I
movies
got
is
a point to this
detrimental.
though. So name the good black man that was in them movies. Honestly,
All
no
Minister
good black
Lil
Society
man.
did
Uzi,
was make
bro.
me
The
want
Experience
to drop
Muslim,
time.
top
the
Mustang
Muslim
with some
dude,
gold
Nah,
D.
I said Mr. Society,
the
not
Muslim
boys in the
dude,
hood.
the Muslim
Not
dude,
both words.
the Muslim dude.
Maybe old dog, maybe Kane
Tyree?
probably.
Yeah, Sharif. Yeah.
Tariq,
And,
yeah,
and his
Kane's grandfather, his
and his
grandfather,
wife,
man.
his
Shit,
grandfather.
Kane. Y'all tripping, man. Kane.
Charles S. Dutton.
Yeah, Chalk. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Kane was still part of the
And
hood.
Kane was a
Kane
good
was a good
nigga,
nigga
bro.
though.
Kane was
Kane
trying
was a
to
good
find
nigga.
himself and shit.
Kane
He was a
wasn't
good
good
nigga,
at
man.
all. Get out of here, man. He's jacking niggas at McDonald's and shit.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
trying to
He's
yeah,
find
got
he
no
hit
himself.
the
business.
But
nigga with a
bro, hold on,
Mustang.
bro.
That's
You
why I
can't
said
judge a
that's
nigga
all
because of
Minister
that.
Society did, make me want to drop top Stang on some
And he
You
gold
made
can't
that
D.
judge
nigga
a nigga
motherfucking
because of
buy him
that,
some
bro.
food.
Kane was
Like that
not
was
good, bro.
different.
Get out of here,
Man,
man.
Kane was bro.
But
No, man.
This nigga Led
Nigga was
said Minister
trying,
Society
bro.
made him want to get good. Like
Yeah,
that's
I
wild.
had to give me a
See?
gun. I
And
thought
look,
that
and
shit was
look, and,
real, bro.
Mississippi made me
and,
want to do the gun shit.
If he had been moved to
nah.
Mississippi or something, man, he would have stopped all of that shit.
Yeah, you know what? That's true. That I mean, I can see that he would have probably been one of them niggas that said, when I was out in these streets, had good advice for young niggas and shit when he get up in his 30s and shit. I can see that, but that nigga was still, even though he was a product of his environment, he contributed to the motherfucking crime in that bitch, bro. Got what we just seen? What we just seen a few days of his life, nigga. Ain't no telling how much shit that nigga. It was comfortable as hell to
No,
get
that
that
wasn't
nigga out this
crime.
shit.
And I
He
would
had
argue.
no fear. He did that shit. That's something. The confidence that he did, bro. That he used it.
Y'all see,
The comfort that he was in that nigga shit. That nigga been doing that shit. Fuck the movie, nigga.
people confuse his relationship with the little boy. You know, him trying to be a role model. Well, not a role model, but a father figure to the little boy.
He was.
And they mistake that as for him being a good person. Like, nah, he was definitely not good.
Come on,
Hell
man.
no.
What
That
about
nigga was.
AWAX? AWAX was a good dude, man.
AWAX was
Rider, nigga.
horrible.
AWAX was a motherfucking rider, nigga. That motherfucker's riding out, motherfucking
He was
getaway car
funny, but
driver.
nah,
Nigga
he wasn't
going
good
back,
either.
you know what I mean? Going back, getting hits on his people that was take his mans and them out. Like AWAX type homie you need around you and shit.
He was a loyal nigga. He wasn't no
Hell
good
yeah.
nigga.
The only villain, the villain in Minister Society was Chauncey, bitch ass.
Yeah, that's what it. That's
Hell
what
no.
it.
Chauncey was a bitch.
All that shit.
Chauncey was a bitch.
All them niggas was villains. What the fuck y'all
No,
talking about?
Chauncey was the only villain in that motherfucker.
Nigga, old dog shot a whole nigga.
Yeah, but
Chinese motherfucker.
Old dog was a good
He
homie.
did
Old dog was a good
a
homie though.
murder, armed robbery and murder.
Old dog blew the
It wasn't
whole.
no
Old
self-defense.
dog blew the whole
Old
cover,
dog was
man.
loyal to his
And
homies though.
that was
That nigga
based
had a
on
good heart, though.
How loyal is Sean
Loyalty to
that?
homies don't count as a good person. Being loyal to your
Hold
homies.
on.
Old
How
dog
loyal
was
is Sean?
a
Hold on.
hero.
How
Bro,
loyal?
I
Hold
will
on.
never
Nah.
trust a
Real quick.
murderer, nigga.
How loyal is
Like
Sean that video
I
to
had this
everybody,
question the
man?
other day
Loyal.
in the
That's
chat, and
fucked
I've
up.
That
had discussion
motherfucker talk
before
about
with
his mama,
family.
man.
Like
Somebody
to
sorry
me,
for that.
to
Spoke on
me,
that
the
man
most
mama.
Murder ain't never murdered
to
you.
me the most fucked up motherfucker in movies is motherfucking Bishop from Juice. Like he's the most
Yeah.
fucked
Oh
up
yeah,
motherfucker
we
in
was talking
movies.
about that shit in the
Like
That was
chat.
a
And
dirty
that
you
nigga
really
was
get
motherfucker.
the fucked up
definitely
with Bishop.
that nigga was definitely from New York.
Yeah,
That's
that
a
was a
fact.
dirty motherfucker right
Bishop
there.
made me hate
That's a fact.
Tupac, nigga.
No,
Bishop
I ain't
had
never hate
issues,
Pac, but
man.
I
that
ain't lying,
character
nigga.
was a dirty
Bishop
That was
made
motherfucker.
me hate
definitely
Tupac. I ain't
Man,
never liked Tupac, nigga.
Bishop had issues, man. Like he was
Yeah.
definitely mentally
that's
traumatized,
what
man.
that's
But
what New
what was
York
it?
did to him.
That locker scene. It was the locker scene that did it. I don't give a fuck about you.
Everything, dog.
I don't
Just,
give
I mean,
Yeah,
motherfuckers
that's true
literally
too.
walking around just killing all his homies and shit.
Yeah,
Shooting all his
right,
homies.
Dad.
Like,
Nah, you saw how
Nah,
people
but
treated.
hold on. But
You saw how
the question was who would you? The question was who would you rather have as a friend,
oh yeah, that was the
Bishop,
question. Yeah, him and
or
him
Nino
and
Brown?
Nino Brown. Yeah, him and Nino
Ah,
Brown.
Who would you rather have as a friend, Bishop or Nino Brown?
It was
Old
Bishop and
dog.
Old Dog.
That ain't it, bro. You
Old
gotta go
Dog.
old
Nino.
dog.
No.
Give me old
Old
dog.
dog.
Give me Nino, man. I'm rolling the dice, man.
Nah, nigga, the
Yeah,
question was
I
asking in
rock
the
with
chat.
Nino before I rock with Bishop for real. Yeah.
For real,
Yeah,
GG. Old Dog was showing that video to hell. Nah, hell no. I don't
Ah,
want that nigga.
No, I said old dog,
Man.
but they just saying between
He's showing a picture.
No,
He's
Nino
showing videos
Brown.
of
Nino
a night.
Brown, not old
roll
dog.
with
Nino
Bishop. I
Brown.
roll with Bishop. I roll with Bishop because
Yeah, I
as
roll
long
with
as y'all ain't
Bishop.
doing everything for him, like it was all love until they did that hot ass crime. Like
Shit, I'm dark skinned. I'm sliding with Nino. I'm
that nigga
good.
Yeah,
Bishop
Nino
was
was.
trash out,
Man,
nigga.
I'm
That
taking my
nigga
chance with
shot
that.
in a fucking elevator while everybody
At
was
least I'm
there.
getting paid. At least I'm getting paid with Nino.
I'm a
Like
crash
you fucking Bishop, you gonna die broke, nigga. Yeah.
and Bishop just fucking niggas up because he's
And you ain't
thinking
gonna
some
see
shit.
it
He not
coming.
even. He ain't got no facts with this shit. He
You
just
gonna die broke and you ain't gonna
And
see
Nino was spoon feeding them niggas. He wasn't letting you get no real money, man. Kept them
it. That
niggas
yeah,
wasn't.
on.
them niggas was getting money, man.
Shit. Who what?
He
Cash
was
Money
getting money.
I
Brothers?
don't need to get no
Cash
He
Money
was
Brothers.
getting
background.
money.
You
Was
gotta be
getting wild.
happy in your
They didn't
lane.
show you where G Money lived at, man.
wait,
Them
who
niggas
y'all be
was
talking about G Money? I'm saying, yeah, who y'all be? Like,
You
like
gotta be
y'all
happy
G
in your lane.
Nino the one with
you
G Money was trying to do
with
too much. He
Yeah,
G
I'm a
Money was
brother.
worried about how bright Nino
or
was
you the other
shining.
friend, the nigga he stabbed in the hand and brought the pit bull out on. Pretty
yeah, he was
That
telling
motherfucking.
us like a
He's a whole ass nigga.
that nigga was
Cause Nino would have did
yeah.
me like that. Nino would have got backdoored like a motherfucker. I'd have fucked Nino.
Oh hell yeah, 40 bitch,
I
nigga.
wouldn't even he would have never had to.
Oh, bro, I'm not fucking with y'all
Get that work
niggas,
done,
man.
man. You get your work
that
done,
nigga
I
picked
dog.
up
bring,
the little
hey,
Be
girl.
happy.
He used to the
I
little
came back with
girl.
a motherfucking low cut fade, nigga, and niggas would have knew what was up.
I
This
ain't
nigga
trying to
used the this
outshine
You
nigga
cut
Nino.
your
used the
swoop
little
off, nigga, that's life changing, nigga. You know what's up in the night.
I'd have
this
cashed
nigga
that.
used the little girl as a
Shit.
he used the
That'll be
little
crazy.
girl as a bulletproof vest in front of the church. Yeah, that nigga was
That'd be
dirty,
crazy
man.
if they remade that movie and had that scene where Nino had G Money bitch and it was the back door, and they take it different from there.
Yeah.
That's
I
crazy.
think that'll be a dope remake, but they would have to really cast that bitch, bro. That motherfucker had to be a super cast.
Nah, bro, that's
You
fucked up
they already
representation.
got
We
a
don't
super
need that.
cast. That's
Nah, we don't
already a
need that
super cast.
representation, bro. We don't need
Yeah,
that representation, bro.
Lance proved it.
We good on that representation, bro. We good.
Nah, y'all, we gotta fuck that. This debate is over. What the fuck we go to the movies and see? The Green Mile? We going to see the Green Mile, nigga? No.
That was a great movie though, but don't sleep on the Green Mile.
Oh no, that's something that you have to end up watching. That ain't nothing you going to see. I ain't gonna front on it. That was a good movie, but I would have never seen. Oh man, I got to go see the
Good
Green
though.
Mile as
Sure.
opposed to fucking,
That's when I would say, yeah,
I
watch
would
that. That's
have,
a good movie.
but
Oh
Now
yeah.
you know who
I
got
would have
now
went
you
to see
know
it, but boy, I would have been looking like, damn, how long is this motherfucker?
That motherfucker long
now you
as
know
hell.
I just had a movie do
You
me
ain't
like that. I
bullshitting,
was
blue.
like,
That
whoa.
motherfucker long as fuck.
I was like,
now
this
you know who
motherfucker
got
still going.
underrated, man. You know who got underrated was Doughboy, man. He just got disrespected the whole movie, bro. His mother that fucked with him. He was a killer and loyal. He let
Nah,
what's
bro, he
Drake
was
get
a
out the car.
protector, bro. He was a
Yeah,
protector.
but he didn't get the love though, like he was supposed to been getting though. Like they didn't, you know what I'm saying? They respected him and shit.
Because you get viewed as a
But
killer. Like Lance just tried to view niggas. Where niggas is just protected.
nah, nigga.
with his
You ain't.
whole ass brother started all that drama and shit.
Nah, his brother didn't even start that
Brother ain't
shit.
do shit, bro. That nigga
Man, he the
brother
one
ain't
that
do
stepped.
shit.
He stepped to gangsters on Crenshaw, knowing he ain't about that life like that, bro. And man got down it.
Nah, I mean, but it's different. Like you, when the way you talk about Crenshaw and like niggas who live on Crenshaw, they don't look at
Yeah,
like niggas ain't looking at it like that. Like nigga,
he
like
from
I
the
live
hood though.
shit. Like I live here too. Yeah,
Yeah, but he know he from the hood. He should have known better. Man.
yeah. They been seeing dead bodies since they was
Should have
kids,
stayed
bro. That
quiet.
nigga ain't.
He should have stayed quiet. He should have been at home looking at
He
film or some shit,
stink.
bro.
They been traumatized since kids, huh? Ted? Traumatized.
Mm-hmm. They work.
I mean, it be like most places, it's just a lot of shit going on at one time. But
He should have
it's the
stayed
same
out of that,
shit.
man.
Be the same
Fuck that.
story, dog.
Bro, have y'all niggas ever been to therapy?
Yeah,
No.
Yeah, actually,
yeah. You
I
said
learned how to.
therapy?
Bro,
My
yeah,
psychiatrist actually taught me
Yeah,
how
I've
to
been to
play
therapy.
poker.
You mean psychologist?
bro.
Yep,
Like
$14.
not like a therapist.
Yeah, I
I
had
did, I
one.
did.
Who therapist?
Then I,
Yeah, it was
did
court
this nigga
ordered.
say a physical therapy? It was for me.
No,
It
no,
was,
no.
it was like a marriage counselor. And
Okay,
my
I
wife
hate
was
marriage
saying,
counselors,
you
bro. They
go like
always take the wife
psychologist.
side, bro. I hate them bitches.
nah, bro. But this is
Yeah,
what I was
For
about
what?
to say. I didn't realize how fucked up. Like I didn't realize how fucked up certain shit was until like you know how you kind of dig into your childhood and shit like that. So then I just kind of talk about some just regular shit, and the nigga stopped, and then the whole session he just asking me about this shit that I experienced as a kid type shit, and it was like I was like, yeah, that shit's kind of that shit was just normal. And you know what I'm saying? Then the nigga talking about that concerns him. Like, wait, what? You feel me? So it's like it's shit that we get normalized as, you know what I'm saying? Like coming from the hood, bro. That like other
Yeah,
people from outside of that look at that shit and be like
that's why I
y'all,
just
like
said
niggas
That's
y'all
really
why
talking
I
live
about
like
noticed it
that.
wasn't
traumatized
normal.
from a y'all seeing it from a traumatized eye.
They say it's not like
I
us.
didn't notice until I was like in Alabama and everybody looking at me like I'm crazy all the time. They like, bro, you
Bro,
paranoid. And I'm like,
that's what I'm
it's
that's what
not
I'm
even
saying,
hitting
nigga.
me. I'm like, huh? They like, bro, you tripping. Like car, but I ain't really realizing like nigga, I'm on every car, I'm on everything. I don't like when niggas
My
be
wife, bro,
walking
my
or
wife hates
driving
it.
slow and shit. They
My
like, nigga,
wife
they just
say
want you to see their car.
my wife say when we go out, I look like her like we go to Disneyland and shit. She like I look like her bodyguard. Cause nigga, my head
Hell
stay on the
yeah.
swivel, bro. Like I don't
Disneyland,
trip
Your
it.
you
energy,
looking for
bro. You
Mickey
gotta
Mouse?
have your energy right. Your ass be fooled.
Even at this, it's a crowd, bro. You never know.
You looking
You
for the
Y'all
never
be
pick?
know.
fooled, bro.
Looking for the pickpockets, huh? No more. I feel you on that.
That's
Nah,
normal
bro.
I
though. That's
definitely be
normal
like
though,
that at the
Elmo.
crowd.
Nigga, you would get banged on at
I'm
Disneyland,
steady
my
patting
nigga.
my pockets, looking around because motherfucker,
Them Charlie
You
Kirk
will get
things.
Nah,
banged
that nigga
on at
paranoid because he
Disneyland.
ain't really had no teen. He ain't really had that teen
the
dating, going
tennis
to
be
the
in them
bar,
crowds for real.
hanging out. That nigga had a different lifestyle than that, so he ain't really
Believe me, it's a
familiar.
nigga waiting to bag on you at Disneyland.
Now it's a nigga
Hell
looking to
yeah. That's
pickpocket your
normal
ass
shit
at
though,
Believe
boy.
that.
You better not
Um,
slip.
Security,
so, like even
security.
bro, like it's so bro. The first time I got pressed out here in LA, nigga, that shit was just like
But that kid,
routine. Like I wasn't even surprised.
don't,
Like, I was just like,
Absolutely.
okay,
don't
damn.
put
I just
press
got.
no more at Disneyland,
Hey,
y'all.
hey, homie, let me holler at you.
Oh nah, not at
Since you been running
Disneyland. I
up.
got
Hey,
pressed.
hey, let me
I
holler at
got
you.
not but not blue. Like I had on the Kansas City Royals hat, nigga. The neck
Kitchen.
what the Royal blue one. Kitchen, yes,
Kitchen
nigga.
crew.
Bro,
Nigga in Long Beach, nigga.
Hell.
Kansas
Nah,
City
that ain't no
killing Crips,
That's
huh?
wild.
Yeah.
kid. It's kitchen crib.
And what's
But
crazy
that
about
nigga
Long Beach is no bloods in Long Beach. It's
no
all
good.
Crips and
And
all
they
Bloods.
all
And
bang
they
on each
all
other. They
Yeah,
all
yeah.
bang.
You ever got
But that
caught?
nigga, hold on,
You
that
ever
nigga
caught?
was so polite though. It was respectful. I was like, that's probably like the most polite press because the nigga asked me, he was like, "Yo, you from Kansas City?" Like he just assumed I was from Kansas City because it's like you wouldn't be wearing that hat for any other reason unless you just did not know. Like, he didn't say
yeah,
that, but the nigga was
we
just
already like, yeah,
like, yeah. So when I told him, like, yeah, I'm from Kansas City, yeah, born and raised, he was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's a gang had around here. I'm
cause
like,
some shit
word.
is too bold. Like we had a nigga, bro, get off the trolley, bro, right in 47 in Market. Chicago Bulls, everything, bro. Him and his brother. I'm like, huh? My hallway, he served out, lost his goddamn mind, bro. Instantly pulled a damn butt. We supposed to be going to the beach. That whole trip instantly over with. But it's like at the moment I get, he like, bro, I already know. There ain't no way they know where they at. Like, there's no way. So you can kind of tell because it's a certain amount of boldness. It's like, nah,
That's
he
why I
wouldn't have
seen in
fucked
the
with us.
debate niggas was talking about my hat. Niggas was talking about the hat that I wear. Nigga, the only reason I wear that's the only hat your brim better be bent like a motherfucker. That's the only way you can wear whatever hat you want. If you wearing a fitted, that motherfucker better be a Dodgers hat.
All right,
Play it
I'm in
safe.
LA. I don't go nowhere outside of the 60s or like the 40s.
outside of that, I was like, getting
Yeah,
out, getting
you
gas
ever
and all
got
of that.
you ever got caught? You ever got caught in the Mexican neighborhood and shit?
No hats in LA. That's
They
crazy.
don't be even. I mean, in LA,
Hell
I
no.
be more so on edge in LA because like my
I'm gonna
necklace
tell
and
you
my
how it
hat and
happened though.
shit.
I'm gonna
So
tell you
it's
how it
like I
happened and
know.
shit. Like you be hooping and shit. And hoopers, go any park, any neighborhood, shit like that. And then you mess around being a Mexican park, bro.
See, I
Man,
hoop with them,
somebody
but it
gonna,
just depends, bro. It's like I didn't hoop
somebody
with
gonna
them
get
in
into it
like
over a
places.
next. I got
Yeah.
next, nigga. You know what I'm
See,
saying?
it ain't like that though in Dago, but like in LA, they don't like the gloves at all. Nobody really, but it don't nobody like the gloves. So it's like you just gotta be ducked off. I don't even be moving like that in LA for real,
Yeah, bro. Nigga.
cause
I keep my
it's
ass.
too much. Yeah,
I keep my ass in the valley. Well, nah, I mean my partner live in Inglewood, so I'll be in Inglewood. Yeah, that's
cause I
it.
at least if I'm in Dago, it ain't much. You know what I'm saying? It's just I know who. But in LA, it's Mexicans tripping over that shit. It's damn.
No,
Everybody
the
is
only time I was in
Crips.
the Mexican hood, I was in the my uncle. My uncle was married to this Mexican lady who lived in the projects in Watts.
Mhm.
And so she cooked us dinner one time because my mama was in town. But he ain't even fucking with her no more.
In Chicago, bro. Like, because I remember, like, I used to hoop in high school and shit like that. So we be all over the city, going to different schools and shit like that. Bro, every time, bro. You gonna get pressed every time we fucking around going to the Mexican neighborhood. They don't let it slide not one time, bro. Like,
No, they're gonna
you better be
definitely.
hoping that train coming or some shit like that, bro. That's why, that's why I'd be a little culture shocked when I hear stories from people from different cities and shit like that.
Yeah, you gonna get banged like somebody, especially depending. I mean, and most people wearing baseball hats and shit. They don't be knowing.
Yeah.
It's like you know what I mean. People probably were wearing Milwaukee Brewer hats just because they was deep in the playoffs.
Ah, bro, nigga from Houston
Them
come out here with an
gangster
Astros
hats.
fitted.
Man, what?
Nigga come out here with an Astros fitted have problems, nigga.
Man,
Because don't nobody fuck with Hooters.
at my grandpa funeral, bro. I had to go to my
Nigga
grandpa
last, man.
funeral.
That
That
nigga
shit was right
crazy.
off of Fig, bro. I'm like, damn,
That's how
all
my
play.
ancestors used to look, bro, unless we brushed our hair back.
This nigga crazy. You
For
needed
real,
to.
bro. That's how my ancestors used to look unless we brushed our hair back in a ponytail, nigga. Or put that split down the middle.
Oh,
Look,
you out of
Man,
control.
there.
The finger
man.
waves.
What's up, Judge?
Nah, this like, you know what I'm saying?
It's a whole Jew fro.
1400s.
You call this Jew from?
Yeah, he like the motherfucker used to paint and shit. You know, the motherfucker used to paint and
Yeah.
whisper and shit while he paint and shit back in the day on like PBS. Shit, I forgot that motherfucker.
This nigga
I
said
know what you're
paint and
talking about.
whisper psycho. You
Bro,
talking about my nigga Bob Ross, nigga.
Psycho.
Talking about reading
Even
rainbow.
though that
Nah, Bob Ross.
this
Oh,
is a wig, Psycho, but my hair really is this curly. If I put that blue magic in my hair, bro, and put that hot water and just keep brushing it
You
and
got
brushing it,
that.
it's gonna curl, it's gonna
You
snap
got that
curl.
Indian. You got that
That shit
Indian in
gonna
your
look
Blue
family.
good.
magic.
You got that Indian in your family. That's
Yeah,
what you
that blue
trying to tell
magic is
me.
Scottish,
the
Man.
best.
Scottish, no more Scottish.
Right.
man.
He
I
mixed like a
am. That's the
motherfucker.
truth. I'm Moorish,
Mixed
Scottish,
ass
all
nigga.
type nigga. That shit showing.
Mixed ass nigga. You a mutt, nigga. Shut up.
No, I ain't no mutt. My mom and my daddy is American. But low key, nigga,
Nigga said
you
my.
look
Said
like my
American.
Notice
nephew,
what he
He
nigga.
said.
said
He didn't
American.
You
say
look like
My
my
black.
dad
nephew,
is
nigga.
That
He
Real
said
nigga
shit. My
American.
American.
real
said,
Y'all
That
nephew.
nigga
I ain't
said
never
that
heard no slick shit
My
like
dad
that.
is
That nigga said,
American.
my mama and my daddy American.
in
Try
America.
again, nigga. Hey, are they
Bob
black,
Ross.
sir? That was a smooth one.
Funny, man. Well, what
I
do?
ain't no
God
That's the potato.
damn.
Yeah, that motherfucker like that's the motherfucker legend.
Hey,
I don't even
Hey,
see what
yeah,
and
y'all
you
looking
can
for
for.
see, look, if you look at him,
So Uncle Les.
you can see that somewhere down in his lineage, black people, he come from black people, bro. You can see it in his face. You can see it in his nose. right? They white here today, but they come from somewhere. They don't just appear on the earth of people full of color, white, bro.
What are they, Irish?
He like he kidding you.
Yeah.
For real.
Nah, you see how his hair, like, this is real. This is black people hair in America. We don't got that African shit. Most of us hair do this at some degree. They hair curl in, snap inward. Our shit curl out, nigga, like curls for real. Not all of us, but it's a lot of us that do this shit.
Yeah, I was about to
If
say,
they
but
don't,
all black people don't got the same hair
if
texture.
they don't, what are those people?
They probably not Israelites. I don't know, bro, because Israelites got this type of shit.
Hey,
Wow.
that's why I burned the Bible.
The
When I
Bible,
came to that conclusion, that one
you
right
can
there, I
burn the
was
I
Bible
like,
forgot you was
because
an Israelite,
the
man.
I
Torah
said,
is
what the
only
fuck
for
am
the
I doing?
Israelites, bro. It's for us. It's to teach us how to act, and then we supposed to reflect in society how the Bible teach the Torah teach us how to act. It's not for you
Yeah,
niggas
man,
that's not Israelites.
that's why I can't do that shit. I was like, hold on, man. I said, what we doing?
But it's not for niggas like you, bro.
Yeah, I know it, because it ain't for
Blasphemer.
niggas. Mm-mm.
Yeah, all of us not Israelites, bro.
Nah, it's some real shit.
Some of us Moabites, nigga.
There's some real shit to it.
Yeah.
Bro,
You'll
what the
find
Y'all
fuck
out.
be
is
throwing me off with that, bro. With that
what the
using the
hell is
Bible as a real history.
Some
hey
of
bro,
these
what is a
niggas,
Moabite? I ain't never heard of that one.
I don't know about that. That wasn't what.
That's what the Moors of America say, that the Moabites, they come from the Moabites. And when you look at the Chicago, that dude, the mayor of Chicago, has signed that shit back in the day, establishing Moorish American Day. You can read it in that. He tells you what's with it inside of there. He said Moabites of America, but they wasn't Moabites, bro. That's because they didn't know that those was actual Israelites that
Bro,
had converted into Islam in the 7th century.
Chicago has a day dedicated to P.
GQ.
Diddy, bro. Like, that's not impressive.
GQ, you there?
Israelites never seem to be in no damn Hebrew. Always in Arabic or something. Okay.
Yeah,
You ever notice how y'all always get mistaken for somebody else?
Well, look, you know why I do this picture right here, bro? Is because just to show that it's phenotypes. Like, we look at, they give us the lens to look through, and it's very narrow. When we look at an African person, we see ourselves. When we look in the mirror, we don't see that fucking African person. So all of us is not the same. All of us did not come from Africa. We was 200 and 300 years in a whole nother place, establishing our own culture. And there's other motherfuckers. I'm not saying that we don't. I know for a fact that all of us never, ever, all of us came from Africa. And I don't believe in the out of Africa theory when I know that humans migrated from the north down the mountain.
Down the mountain? You came from the Arctic?
Wait a minute.
Yeah, before the Arctic was ice.
Like what
Down
mountain? The
the
Caucasus?
Wow.
Paul.
No, he's talking about the mountain that is the pyramid of Earth,
Mount
nigga.
Ararat.
Yeah, but that's the Arctic in his worldview.
Today, the sun, that's why you got palm trees and shit like that showing up, and pyramids in places like Alaska and shit like that, the North Pole, because it wasn't
No
always.
pyramids in Alaska. Shut your dumb ass up.
Did you say shut your dumb ass up? Yeah, you a typical nigga. You better look up shit before you fucking ridicule anything I say, nigga.
You got that off that movie with Shania
Let
Nichols
me
and
see.
fighting the Predator.
Before I say something else.
I ain't saying it ain't one, but like, just what type of pyramid are you referring? What type of pyramid is it, bro? I mean, it's not the Great Pyramid of Giza or no shit. So, what type of pyramid is it though?
You say in Alaska?
I don't know why. Oh shit! He about to pull it up. Go on, pull it up and show him what you're talking about, Lance. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I ain't gonna pull it up, bro. I ain't gonna pull it up. I mean, because I ain't about to. Because would you look at it like I showed niggas that it was a pyramid in Detroit.
Like,
they are saying that. Damn, that's crazy.
And they're saying it's natural formation and shit like that, or garbage heaps and shit like that. And I'm like, nah, bro. I look at the outlay and this, that, and the other. Wait, if you look at this natural, they're gonna call this pyramid peak, which they call it pyramid peak. They'll say it's a natural formation, or pyramid mountain. They don't call it a natural formation.
That's what
But
it
when
is.
you
A mountain.
understand, huh?
That's what it is. The mountaintop.
It says
Nah, bro, it ain't, bro. It's not.
But it's a beautiful mountain range.
Yeah, yeah. But it's not a pyramid,
bro,
though.
what if this was built by the Giants?
It was, nigga.
Shut up.
It was.
Let me see. Let me look at it.
Bro, I tell you what. You know what?
So you debating giants and shit like that, bro?
I ain't got to debate. I don't debate shit like that. It's too much. I got to teach people for them to eat.
Would you do it in the season? Would you do it in the season?
Nah, I debated that shit and beat Asar already. But I'm about winning this season. I ain't about trying to prove or show niggas I know more than them or none of that. I'm just about winning the season. That's
Smart
it.
move.
I don't give a fuck about what you, if you don't know what I don't know no more. I don't care
Smart
about
move,
niggas
man.
don't want to know, be smarter. So fuck it. Know what you know, and I'm gonna know what I know.
You might be pseudo, but you ain't dumb.
Nah, you already know if he gonna bring a giant, they're gonna be like 8 feet tall. It's gonna be like
So it looked like it's somewhat common though for mountains to have a pyramid at peak. Like
No, real mountains, bro, are ridges. Like they are not even square, like fork, like they don't descend evenly around them and shit like that, bro. Real mountain peaks look like punching a tree off.
well,
Like if you
looking
had
at Mount Rainier in Washington, they saying it has a pyramid peak.
right. And what do you think that means?
Well, I'm looking at it. The top of it comes together like a pyramid, but it's not a pyramid. It's a mountain.
Right.
You saying it is a pyramid?
Yeah, it's just a mountain.
I'm saying that you guys don't understand. I've read things that accounts for these structures that look like pyramids. I've read things like it wouldn't be in ancient text. Like you wouldn't be able to read it if you see it today. You know, some things are ancient trees. You know what I'm saying? And some
No.
things, yes, giants
I don't
lived
know.
in the
Yeah, you do got ancient trees called the redwoods.
No,
he's
talking about petrified. Like if you look at Devil's Mountain, plateaus and shit like that, and you read the scripture that God had the angels cut down the trees so they would not, because no, for real, the trees were ascending into the atmosphere, into the heavens. The giants lived in the trees.
That's in Wyoming.
All over the world, not just in Wyoming. Plateaus are
No,
like
I'm
that.
talking about the Devil's Tower.
Yes, absolutely.
Wait, so what did you just say about it?
When you read in the scriptures that God had the angels chop down the great trees that ascended into the heavens, and now today you can see petrified. It's clearly a petrified tree, just on an enormous scale.
So Devil's Tower is in the Bible.
No, God telling the angels to cut down the great trees. Now, if you look at how can you get what can create a plateau straight across like that?
Time.
Nigga, come on, bro. All right, you can feel how you want to feel. I don't care. Shit, believe how you want. You gotta, hey, like I said, it's a lot of motherfuckers die believing the story of Jesus and that the nigga was white.
Erosion.
It's called geology. It's called geology, man.
Yeah, I didn't realize how many.
Are you saying the Devil's Tower is a tree stump?
I'm saying Devil's Tower and a lot of the stumps that's around the world like that is a petrified tree. That's been chopped down.
So if you go on top of the mountain, you can see the tree rings.
Yes, you literally can. You can see it on the side. If you know how plants are made cellularly,
These rings are inside the tree. It's inside the tree. You wouldn't see it outside the bark.
This is what I said.
Once
because the bark is around the base now, it looks like rubble around the base of it. So the bark is off. Now it's down to the cellular portion of the tree that's exposed, and they're like they're like tubules, you know, petrified tubules. You can see them.
What else, Psycho?
Oh, GQ, you there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I found out where he's at, man. I found out where he's at and everything else, and he good. I also found out he's good on his books. His books is taken care of. He's good there.
Yeah.
But I know where he's at and everything. I ain't got no court. I ain't got no court dates and none of that other shit though.
Okay.
Man.
All right. Was it King County?
Yeah.
All right. All right, that's church. That's church.
Yeah.
Consistency check. Consistency check. So is he beneficial to the black community? No, let me quit.
That's my little nigga, man.
Big little deity, man. That shit fucked up, bro. I hate hearing shit like that.
Yeah.
I know how this shit be though, bro. That's why I wish niggas to steer clear of them streets, bro. Because once you in it, you in it. You know what I'm saying? It's you get in a situation that shit might not end ever. You know what I'm saying? Have to live that shit 10, 15 years later.
Mm.
And I did some whole ass shit, nigga. Ended up just not getting my life back this year. Just 2 weeks ago, nigga. I was on the run for a whole year, literally. Couldn't work, nigga. Every job I put in, nigga, it's like, you got a warrant. No shit. Nigga, just hire me and we gonna pay for the warrant.
That shit popped right up, huh?
Every time. Yeah, I couldn't get no nursing job, nigga.
Your ass do seem like you've been in better spirits.
Cutting
though,
motherfucking
man.
hair.
That's why I be trying to stay out the way, bro. That's the only I can't even take no chance like that.
Yeah, that's wild. Background checks now come back saying you got a warrant. That's crazy.
Yeah, they run one now for because of Mississippi, and it's another state. They run one now every 3 months at my job. God,
that's the type of job that I had, Blue.
Worst ones, the worst ones are the ones that you don't know you have.
Man,
worst one.
Yeah. Oh, I'm man.
Hey, GQ, you had what you laughed at earlier that I was wanted to say something to you about. You had said something. Oh, you laughed at the debate title that me and Nyame had.
Yeah. Because I was trying to figure out. I know you probably had some old crazy. That was fucked up too. Yeah, white people. I mean, the white people write the Constitution.
Constitution. Yeah, I know.
That was kind of wild too.
What was the score of the night's debate?
90
to 42. Some shit.
Nah, 70. It was 70 something.
Oh, 78. I mean, no, 68 to 90.
Yeah, 68. Yeah,
that's what it was.
Technical.
Well, I hate to be judging y'all niggas, but y'all motherfuckers want. I'll be cussing y'all ass out, bro. Shut the fuck up. That's your score, niggas.
I can see it. I mean, I can see it, man.
Taz, a motherfucker, boy. Don't be addressing me. This ain't that. I say, boy, that nigga, that's something.
Yeah, I ain't gonna fight.
Wait a minute. Hold on. You said
it don't sound right, bro. From the chat, he just shit, bro. Anything I say gonna sound crazy. Like, don't impress me for real. Don't do it.
We got a new number one.
Yeah.
Hey, was that
by 3?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was
shit, Domo.
Hey, was that a performance win?
Yeah, I think so. I think pretty much everybody kind of agreed. I think more so with and Nyame winning the argument.
Yeah, we definitely learning about debating on this shit for real. Learning,
Yeah,
this,
I
niggas
think
getting
we
a
all
crash
agree he
course.
learned the argument. Yeah.
Just learning.
That motherfucker said paying your rent is controlling your economics and shit.
Yeah, controlling your resources. Nigga said, if you got a lemonade,
Controlling your
you controlling your resources. What the fuck?
I didn't
And
really
that's
view it
where
like that, but yeah, I kind of see now though, kind of the point though, like if you wash a nigga, you more inclined to get higher points versus you in a dog fight and barely squeeze it out. Why that would be a little lower.
yeah.
So you
Yeah.
saying two people can't get
I mean,
10 in the same round?
should have OKC playing somebody, the score gonna look different depending on who they playing.
Oh, by the way, Blue, let me give you some credit, man. Your boy Justin Fields showed up this week, man.
Yeah, man.
All right, 1 out of every 12 games.
And the man he can make every throw, man. The dude just
That's a lot
needs
right there.
some real coaching.
But that's not true, Blue.
And I ain't seen a throw he can't make. Now I ain't saying he make them consistently, but I'm saying he can make. There's not a throw on the field he can't make though.
I'm just giving you kudos for last week, man. As far
Yeah,
as I'm
yeah,
going to
yeah,
go with that.
definitely.
As far as I'm,
Last week.
But I
the
definitely think he got
Jets,
to do
the
better.
Jets
Oh, he
beat the
went in.
Bengals, man, in the barn burner.
Let
I
him
mean, and so
put
he
up
getting
like
credit.
41. Put up like 41.
You gotta give him credit, Taylor. You gotta give him credit because you know how I was chopping that man down, bro. You know I don't
Man,
like
the owner was chopping that man down. The owner said how he's supposed to win when your quarterback playing like that. So to bounce back, bro, the way he did after your owner called
so
you
he
out,
need to do that every week then.
that's
So
some
he need
guts,
to say
bro.
something every week.
But I think though, to me it ain't on him though. The games that I was watching, the coach was putting them out of good situations by trying to trick dumbass plays. And I'm
Okay,
like, what are you doing? And
okay,
killing
so
the momentum.
you talking 21 to 32, 1 touchdown.
You talking about the completion? Yeah,
And
that's good for Justin Fields, bro. That's amazing for Justin
so
Fields.
because they put up 39 points, he getting credit for it.
Yeah, bro, he
No,
got
that
them
that
up
what you
and down
just
the
said.
field.
21 from 32, Justin Fields. That's incredible, man.
One
I ain't
He
gonna
got
even
touchdown.
them
lie.
up and down the field. He ain't got to throw them all the time. He got them in the end zone. As long as you ain't kicking field goals.
No, bro, y'all grading on the curve.
No, he's saying that he's throwing completions to move them down the field to set up runs in there.
No, he's not. Brees Hall, 27-yard run. But that's not. He don't need no fucking help.
Man, we in field goal range. I got you down the field goal range for you to break a 27-yard run. That ain't far.
15
Bro,
yards.
that's amazing for Justin Fields.
Wow, but it's what 4 field goals.
Any given Sunday, man.
Brees
Bro,
Hall
listen,
touchdown pass.
all he can do is praise mediocrity, bro. Come on, give him something.
Hey, chill out, man. Chill out.
Oh, Brees
Hey, why are you looking at the game, man?
Huh? Because I wanted to make sure you wasn't full of shit, bro. What you mean?
God
No
damn,
Taz gonna
man.
look this shit.
You know I'll be playing.
Source
So
up.
anyway, man, Justin Fields, bro, had a good week, man. God damn, he had a solid week. All right. He had a solid.
I tell you what, he had a better week than he had the week before.
He had to
That was
bounce
I
back.
was done with him, bro. I was stupid.
I don't be knowing what Blue be talking about, man. Sometimes with some of his like, damn, bro. Russell Westbrook.
They definitely, but they
How
playing,
you know
and then he
Vegas?
got to get used to playing under center too. They
How you
running
know
most of the plays with him under center. I don't think he ever ran offense like that.
Ohio State ain't never had a quarterback, man. They never produced no NFL quarterback, man.
I think he the one.
CJ Stroud is better than him.
I think he the one. Yeah, for now.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
so
think
like,
so.
who exactly are you representing? The University of Illinois when you say that?
No. It wasn't even a slight to. I mean, I wouldn't
It
even.
is, though. It is though. I mean, I'm a representative of the Ohio State University, but like, what are you doing?
Well, your quarterback. I mean, who?
The Big Ten, man. The Big Ten is not really.
Receivers.
You know what I mean?
You know, I represent the SEC, but I just know Ohio State is ain't known for having.
Y'all definitely ain't giving out no quarterback.
Yeah, I'm in the SEC.
Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that.
I got Joe Burrow.
I'm in Florida.
Everybody knows that.
I'm
That
Mississippi
Michigan is the
State,
pride of the Big Ten.
and I like the Gators, Florida Gators. That's always really been my
We know where
team.
the quarterbacks come from. That's why they need to
Everybody
put
knows that
Shador in.
Michigan is the pride of the Big Ten when it
They
comes to
want to
football.
win. They're gonna put 12 in.
That's right.
I don't like much of nothing from Illinois. Shit.
Man, but I
What's
hope
the name? Didn't Russell Wilson go to Wisconsin?
But you know, I mean, are you willing to give him a chance to lose a couple games? Because the thing is, I think if you grade him the same way you like Dylan Gabriel and them type motherfuckers, like he gonna be gone in 3-4 games.
I'm looking for the offense. I mean, I don't think so.
Nah,
I think
Shador throwing them
I'm
touchdowns.
not looking. Yeah, I'm looking for as long as we see what like Jackson Dart ain't been playing perfect, but we've been able to see enough to say, all right, that's something that you're gonna be able to develop. Like Dylan Gabriel showed his ceiling is a backup, bro. We ain't doing that. That like his ceiling is a backup quarterback, man. What we doing with that? Like there's no need to see him.
But what is the bar for Shador? What's the bar?
Shador, what we need to see this year, I think just
because we're going to see him.
I don't think on time.
I don't think these people realize that shit. We're going to see this motherfucker.
But I don't want to see no 5-step drops, bro.
I don't think so.
I don't think
think
that.
y'all
I
gonna see
you know
him.
what,
I
bro?
don't
I
think
think
you gonna
that
see him.
he should
They ain't
continue
putting
to
him on the
develop,
field.
bro. And
I think
then
we was.
let them have this fuck seasons, let him hold this L, and then continue to develop. Because then if he come in here and don't do good because you feel what I'm saying, it ain't set up, he ain't got the right type of
that's what I'm
connection
afraid
with
of,
him.
bro.
It's gonna be on him now. So let that nigga take the L. He go ahead and continue to develop, and then take over the next season.
Nah,
Because I'm not. I'm saying
he'll be somewhere else.
I'm saying that you can run almost a similar offense to what you running with Dylan Gabriel, but get some more explosive plays over the top. Like he ain't no threat over the top at all.
I said
good.
I said that GQ. My
Okay.
fault.
Yeah, Shador won't be in Cleveland
In the
next year. I
Browns.
don't think he'll be in Cleveland.
But see, that's where I'm afraid of. I don't think he gonna get the same plays as Dylan. I think they gonna put him in 5-step drop and try to show like, see. And it's like, bro, that line ain't no 5. That's why
the line ain't gonna
Joe
hold them long
Flacco had
enough
to
for the
get out there.
5-step drop, bro.
Exactly. And
He ain't
that's what I'm
playing
saying.
Shador.
We gonna
He's
know,
not-
bro, if he being
he ain't playing.
sabotaged by what his steps that he take back.
Crazy,
He
bro.
won't even say his name in the press conferences. He not playing
Crazy.
Shador.
So Tad, you don't think that's sabotage if you won't even throw a play that
Y'all gotta stop
where the
that shit.
quarterback is gonna have the ball in his hand.
Did you watch
Hold on.
Did you watch any of the Tim Tebow fallout? Did you watch any of it when it was happening?
Nah, man, hold on. No.
So maybe that's why you
hold
don't.
on. First
That's
off,
how you sound, fam. Like,
Tim Tebow got. Number one, he was one game away from the championship, and he was the defense fell short.
But they
so
did.
Tim Tebow was a winner.
But they didn't.
Y'all gotta stop it, man.
Like let's not act like Peyton Manning didn't come to next year, man.
Right, but we not. But I'm not even going. You're into the season when he becomes a winner. I'm saying they didn't even want to play him.
Yeah, and when he got in, what happened?
He had a miracle run.
Man, that man had a miracle run. That man showed what he was.
Hey, Taz, let me ask you this though.
Man
The
went
real question,
undefeated.
Taz.
What, they lost one game?
Hey, Taz, if you do take the Browns to the Super Bowl, you gonna drop the 49ers and become a Browns fan.
That sounds crazy as fuck.
He taking. I ain't even
Get him
gonna
a
lie,
jersey.
bro.
Go buy him a
If they
jersey.
could keep Myles Garrett, bro, he going to the chip.
I mean, I would give him his props, but I just don't see what y'all see.
I don't see that. I definitely don't see that. I'm just being, because you a
That
native of
nigga
that
has the
area.
highest IQ of any quarterback in this draft. I'm telling you.
Give him the reps.
I'm
I
telling
don't
you.
like people who got favorite football teams that's not from where they from, bro.
Like
Like
I
that's
said,
just me.
okay, so Dylan Gabriel gonna start against the Jets next week. Not this week, but next week. When they get embarrassed and they lose that game and he don't perform, Shador be coming in. And I'm
Yeah.
telling you, bro,
They're
it
not
ain't
playing.
no room for no excuses. You got to come in and hit the ground running.
I think though. I think with the way it's look, bro. I think they gonna give him his grace. But like I said, it
Nah.
depends. It depends. I don't. As long as bro, I'm not seeing bro in 5-step drops. I'm putting it on him. But if he in 5-step drops, bro, running for his life, man, I'm not. No, bro. No. They don't. They not even letting Dylan drop back 3 steps, bro. He taking 1 step, ball out. 1 step, ball out. Every
That's
play
a good
design is
quarterback.
some bootleg, left, right, something to manipulate the line. So if you gonna do that, make sure you keep that same energy when you
So
put
you
your
think
door in. Cause you know you doing that because the line ain't shit.
right, but make sure you keep that same energy. Make sure you don't say let him loose. Right?
I think it's gonna be plays. I think you gonna be. He can read the defense. You gonna be able to open up them plays a little bit more. You got to stick with the short a little bit, but you gotta give him at least he gonna look over the top.
He gonna let that ball go.
Who? Jerry Judy?
Man, you seen what Jameis Winston did with Jerry Judy?
Mm-hmm.
He just waiting on the quarterback
That's crazy, bro.
and the Joku. If Jameis Winston, bro, and Jameis Winston is probably probably the second smartest black
Bro, you
quarterback
can't
in
just
the
keep
NFL.
airing it out, bro. And Jamie, you act like Jameis Winston took them to the playoffs or some shit, bro. They were
And
still
he
losing.
made Jerry Jag Judy a goddamn wide receiver.
They didn't win games though. That's why he's not there. That's why they moved on. That's why they didn't pay him. Just airing it out to a receiver does not make you a good quarterback.
Hey man, hey, Jameis Winston is a good ass quarterback.
A good
One of the
quarterback.
best. He one of the best black quarterbacks to ever play the game.
He's a bottom tier starter at this
What?
point. He's a bottom tier
Man,
starter.
no, man. Who you taking over
Practice
him?
team.
Everybody.
Like who?
Jameis Winston. I'm taking Russell Wilson over Jameis Winston.
Hell no.
Like Jameis Winston done, bro.
Nah. He putting up 5 touchdowns a game, bro, if he had Malik Neighbors with that New York team, bro.
Man, you saying anything now, bro.
Shit. The nigga broke the record, bro. The man had what, 33 touchdowns, 34 touchdowns? He's already done it.
Wait, bro, what record would that be? That's not a
I
record nowhere.
forgot, man. I forgot. But he did some crazy
Browns
shit.
34 touchdowns, but
It
like
was with the Bucks.
he breezed through like 55, right?
It was with the Bucks, man. He did some crazy shit that year. He had a historic year.
A historic year for himself.
Yeah, with the Bucks.
5,000,
He
2019.
just got Tim Tebow the same way that just like how Peyton came in. The next year was Tom Brady. So yeah.
Oh, that nigga had 30 interceptions, bro.
Man, come on, bro. How many touchdowns did he have? You didn't even say that.
33.
All right.
That's
Who
still
had more
bad.
than him that year?
More touchdowns?
Yeah.
Probably a lot of people, bro. 33
Nah,
ain't
ain't
a lot.
nobody had more touchdowns than him that year, man.
I'm trying to figure out why you think this is okay. 30 interceptions in any setting is terrible.
That was his first year with Bruce Arians. Everybody throw their highest interceptions of their career their first year with Bruce Arians. If he would have had another year, bro, he would have had his best
and probably
You said
look
if,
at
man. Come
look
on,
at
man.
Carson Palmer's numbers, bro.
You
His
can't
first year
stand on no
recruiting
if,
Harry.
dude.
Carson
You can't
Palmer
stand.
looked just like him. And then the next year, Carson Palmer put it together.
Nah, bro.
Carson Palmer got a Super Bowl win.
Carson Palmer, hell
Right now. Nah, we ain't talking about Super Bowls right now.
hell no.
Why you do
And
that?
wasn't he a number 1 overall pick?
Why you do that? Hey man, USC. Just know USC always gonna produce.
Cincinnati Bengals, man.
One of them guys.
Arizona Cardinals.
Like, come on, man. He had Marvin Lewis. Let's not do him like that. He got hurt with the Bengals. I mean, with the Cardinals.
No, he got hurt with the Bengals. Playoff game against the Steelers.
I thought he got hurt with the Cardinals too,
I don't
though.
think, like, was it a playoff game?
Ain't that the year that
He might have got hurt too, though.
Yeah, because Kurt Warner took that team over. That wasn't his team that he took to the championship.
Huh.
What didn't Kurt
Yeah,
Warner
who was
have
starting
a
before that?
flash
Because
run?
he was a backup.
Yeah, it was Carson Palmer.
Yeah, I think it was Carson Palmer. Yeah, I think it was Carson Palmer. Yeah, I think you're right. Because Kurt Warner did come in as a backup. He didn't start. I don't think he started the season that year as a starter.
He got hot though in the playoffs. And
he got hot before the playoffs. But yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They started, man. That shit got crazy. That was a year. I was at Rue Chris that year.
I would say no melanated goddess. You got people who say that and think that you could do this black football league and shit like that. I'm not of the belief that would be financially beneficial. But it sounds good and empowering though. But
no, you would have to own the resources.
Yeah, I'm about to say the only way that will even work, we would have to have our own nation or something like that, our own nation state in order for that to work. With the way things are right now, it'll never work.
Yeah, you got to get a CBS deal. Like if we had our own CBS or something, then yeah, you might be like niggas eventually is like, damn, okay. It's a good ass game going on BET, but outside of that, nah.
Yeah, because that's
really
what took the
BET
sports
ain't gonna
leagues.
cut it. You need a
That's
logo.
what built the sports leagues anyway. Them TV deals.
Yeah, and all of them is the same fucking company. So,
did you ever check that blotter out that Psycho?
The what out?
I just sent it to you. You ever check that blotter out in Seattle? When I was looking for the young guy, I was looking through the blotter, the police blotter.
Uh-huh.
Man, that motherfucker is off the chain.
Yeah.
The shit that they got, I mean, you know, like when you just going through it, because I think it started like September 2nd, it go all the way up to like right now. And I'm just going through it. And I'm like, man, the one bro go in the bank, goddamn it, tell a motherfucker, she needs some money and shit. So she need a loan or a credit card. The bank tell her like, no, we can't, you gotta fill out an application, we'll walk away. She banger, like, no, you gotta give me some money right now. So they asked her how much she wants. She told them $5 million. They like, man, we ain't got no money like that up in here, up in the bank. So she like, fuck it, give me 50,000. You know what I'm saying? So the teller make like she going to get the money and tip the security off, and they rush old girl and shit. But I'm just like, man, the bitch is going to the bank like, y'all gonna give me some money about this motherfucker. Crash right out. I'm like, Seattle off the chain, man. That's just like a lightweight story of that motherfucker. It's so much. They off the chain in that motherfucker, bro. They heavy on the carjacking side of the game too. I ain't know that, but
Seattle, one of them first cities out there for real.
Yeah, they heavy on the carjacking side too. When I was going through that blotter, I see a lot of carjackings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, look for October 2nd.
Huh?
Look for October 2nd.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you know what? I got something that's gonna help me find this shit. Where I wrote that shit down. Where that shit at? Okay, let me see if I can find this number because they got the numbers here. Can I just punch in the number from here?
You might be able to. They do got case numbers on that blotter.
Yeah, I got the booking number.
See, I don't know if the booking or the case number if it'll be.
I ain't got a case number. Yeah, I don't got
I
that.
don't know if it'll be the same. But yeah, man, I was just going through that little blotter. I was doing that last night when we was talking about it. And I found that blotter. I went to looking through that one. The only thing about that blotter, they didn't give you no names, and they just give you the incident and what happened. But they give you detailed description of shit that was happening. So I'm like, damn. So I was looking around that date when he got locked up. So a few of them I'm looking at, I'm like, that definitely could be a young guy. One of the motherfuckers really made me think about young guys. So this one was so crazy. Dude leave his bag in the bathroom. He charging his phone up. Motherfucker go in the bathroom and the motherfucker come in there and say, "No, you trying to steal." You trying to steal? Damn, I wish I could find it so I could read exactly how it said, man. So he said, you trying to steal my bag. And the motherfucker like, no, we ain't trying to steal your bag. So he snapped, he up a machete on the motherfucker and goddamn it, and threatened him and his wife and called them all kind of names and shit and talk about them being a biracial couple. I was like, yeah, that might be a young guy right there. These motherfuckers, biracial couple, he done freaked out on there.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find the booking number.
Let me see if I can find that case so I can read y'all exactly this. I'm like, this shit crazy.
Yeah, I can't find it. I found something I thought was him, but the car don't match.
Okay.
He had a Lexus.
Yeah, you saying they had SUV or something on there?
No, he's talking about sedan.
Okay. Trying to find it so I can read y'all this shit. This shit was wild as hell.
Take my last little few hits. My crazy ass gotta be up in like 3-4 hours.
You smoking on, bro? Y'all got the best weed in the world over
Uh, some Zangaria. It's Girl Scout cookies and Skittles.
there. Man, do you ever run across straight Girl Scout cookie anymore? Like just straight Girl Scout? That should
To
be.
be honest,
It's hard as
I
hell.
know somebody probably do, but I don't. I only fuck with 2 brands, bro. Outside of that, everything else be feeling like it don't be having no gas. So it's like Alien Lab but connected. And so whatever
Alien
shit
Lab.
they make,
I'm hip to the Alien Lab. It'd be hard as hell just to find straight Girl Scout cookies. Though. You don't never see that shit.
yeah. But this one though, you taste more the Girl Scout cookies than you do the Skittles. That shit's strong on this one.
Yeah. It's always a mix.
Yeah.
Hybrid. Girl Scout and this, Girl Scout and that. But you never just straight Girl Scout.
Nah, it's hard to find pure genetics now because of how shit have been farmed and the seeds and shit. For the most part, everything a hybrid.
Real talk.
It's just like, what is your shit a diamond? Like, you getting a hybrid, it's just like, is it an indica dominant hybrid or a sativa dominant hybrid? But either way, it's a hybrid. Like, all of the pure shit, we done traded too many seeds now and shit over time. But they got some shit though, called a BK satellite. That shit tastes good as hell. It's like a what is it? It's a South African Durban poison.
Yeah, that Durban poison, that's that thing. That's a straight sativa. Yeah, I got that in Vegas when I was in Vegas.
Yeah, they mixed that with a Nigerian Milky Way. That shit fucking is good, bro. That shit tastes like cinnamon toast crunch or something.
Yeah, I fucked with that Durban poison. And most that it was one Sunset. It was like a Durban poison mixed with some. It was called Sunset.
Sunset sherbet.
Some Sunset something, but it was man, it was thing though.
Yeah.
Definitely was thing. And they had them on the pre-roll side of the game.
Yeah, they got one called Crypto Chronic though. That's my favorite one. That shit. That shit tastes like a ball of damn.
Crypto Chronic cushion now.
Yeah, it's Fruity Pebble. What is it? Fruity Pebble. Alien something.
Do these crime blotters, do they they only do arrests? I mean, or do they just do instance like when the cops are called?
They just do the instant. They do instance and arrest.
Okay.
Yeah, they do an instance and arrest.
Okay, because something happened. I think one of the things that happened didn't happen. He got picked up in October, but I think the initial
it happened on the 25th, I think it was.
23rd or 25th, yeah, some shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh damn, they got it.
I'm trying to find this shit with dude, goddamn it, up the machete on their ass, called them all kind of names for being biracial couple. That shit was. Then they said police. It was hard for the police to take him down. He was whooping the police ass. He had on a full BMX suit, so the tasers and shit wasn't working. So nigga had the helmet on and everything.
This 500 block be popping.
Don't it, man? That Chinatown and 500 block, them motherfuckers off the chain over there, boy. Jackson Street, some street
like,
called.
Yeah, keep talking about 500 block, like, god damn.
Man, you ain't bullshit. That 500 block is off the chain. That's what a lot of the carjackings was at. All type of shit over there. That 500 block over there ain't no joke.
Hey, brother GQ, you ain't gave me no good chess match in a minute, dog. I don't know what's going on with you.
Shit, you been running, man. You told me you ain't had your life in order and shit. You wasn't only running from the people, you was running from me. Had this nigga on the go.
Did you ever beat me yet?
Come on, man. Be serious, man. The record on there.
What is record?
We 4-2.
4-2?
Yeah, I don't lie about no chess. Ain't no losing. The chess is only learning. Bro.
Yep, absolutely. I told you I became good by losing so much in the barbershop. I was there for like 8 years. I lost the first year that I was there to everybody because it was a real popular spot.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, I was dogging to where I dogged niggas so much and talked so much shit, niggas stopped playing.
Ain't no fun. You know how it go. It ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
Yeah, dog, niggas stopped playing, dog.
It was cool. It was cool long as they was whooping on you. I go through the same shit.
From my area, bro. Like, nigga, what is this doing down here? When you want to play chess, nigga, you come in my hood.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, that chessboard stayed up under my desk the whole time. Nigga, like after that first year, man, I don't think I lost. And you know, when niggas not competitive no more, you're bragging, you know, dispensating and all that, man. It just took all of the joy out of beating the shit out of them niggas all that time. When they ain't really want to play no more, I ain't stopped bragging. I just held the damn chessboard. Niggas didn't even talk about chess no more.
Yeah, man. It gotta be, yeah, you know, I be humble with it, man. On the chance. I don't be, you know, I don't be
I'm talking too slick.
Yeah, I don't be talking too slick. I be real humble, man. And you know, and that piss nigga off more than anything sometimes when you know.
I think I taught you that lesson, didn't I?
No, not at all.
You wasn't already.
You know you're not. No. That come from my chest.
How long did it take for you to win?
What?
About until it was like 3. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like, if I know I can beat a nigga, and this is not to take nothing away from your skills, but if I know I can beat a nigga after 3 times in a row, bro, I just start doing anything. Just
come on, bro. You had beat me twice,
moves, but just try different things. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Bullshit, man. Bullshit. You beat me twice. You beat me twice. Then I beat you. Then you beat me the fourth game. Then I beat you.
That nigga say after the third game, after the fourth game, it's like, fuck it, I'm gonna just come down and shoot threes all game.
Yeah. Man. He talking about he taught a nigga humility. How, nigga? No, you ain't got nothing humble about your motherfucker. Greatest mind of our time.
Man, motherfuckers created me like that shit, dog. I was humble and quiet, nigga.
No.
That motherfucker told Brother Raul, I do this. Talk about humility.
I'll hold it down.
Man, I used to get a touchdown and just get a ref the ball, dog. I went celebrating nothing, dog. I always have been like that. I do some more spectacular, you know, reverse under the hoop type shit. Niggas stand in the air longer than I pose to type shit. And I just, you know, run down there. Don't even, you know. That fucking video game. It was Call of Duty that did that shit, bro.
Shout out to Marshawn Lynch though. That's what he did though. Scored a touchdown, hand the ball off. Everybody else is celebrating.
Yeah, I had learned that shit. Marshawn like, nigga, this is what I do.
Barry Sanders used to do that. I appreciated that. Like, yeah, he ain't bragging, and they losing. The other team losing bad, and we all all in their faces. Shit, we just score. I feel bad about doing that type of shit. The nigga, fucking with y'all niggas, and took me on a whole another level, dog. Y'all better not never let me get nothing good. Get the whooping ass in this motherfucker. See, even in the old seasons, I was a slow roller. I won all my shit. Like, I wasn't never no real big pointer. 78 is the lowest I ever scored, nigga.
All right. One more debate left.
Yeah. Yeah, what you know about Christopher Columbus?
Uh-oh. I swear, if you two end up debating each other, getting the topic for y'all is gonna be rough.
Nah. I was surprised to hear Brother Rob had backed out that other debate. That might have been what fucked him up.
Man, that nigga been hounding me about that topic all the way from Butter last year, bro. We were supposed to debate that over there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I bet you, I told you, he Googled that shit and backed out of it.
Mm-hmm. See, he thought it was fake the whole time.
Yeah, he thought it was fake the whole time. Yeah, that nigga Googled that shit. It was like, uh-oh. You said you want that debate, Taz?
What debate is that?
Black Scots contributed to slaves in America. And it wasn't
That's what I had the same problem, bro. Rob had. Like, I ain't trying.
I don't even know how that, like, because to be honest, that's just not something I would even contest. It's not.
I don't know enough about it to even start to agree or disagree.
That's appreciated. See, because you ain't do like most niggas that who never heard of that shit. That's a lie. That ain't happened, right? That's smarty.
I mean, that's just me telling the truth. I don't know about that shit. I'll debate you on
I
that.
might consider that. I might consider that 10 years that black people ruled the South.
You debate that? Yeah, what you had a premise about that. You said, would you say black people controlled the South in the during the Civil War? What was that claim you made before?
Prior to the Civil War.
Prior to the Civil War, black people controlled the South. That was your claim, right? Something like that.
Absolutely.
Would you debate on that?
That's what I said. I might consider that. It depends on how much work I got to do to actually get the community into it. I don't like the uphill battle. I'm not taking them uphill battles no more, nigga. It's gonna be an even. That's why I took the philosophical approach with that nigga. With Rob. Not that nigga, but with Rob. See, but I had already knew that I can statistically account for that philosophical view.
What's your opinion about the Great Depression?
Say that again.
What's your opinion about the Great Depression? Do you have one?
Yeah, I don't think that the Great Depression affected black people. We wasn't getting loans. We wasn't getting loans. You know what I'm saying? We had to literally save money to buy our homes and buy our cars.
Would you debate that?
What particularly?
That the Great Depression didn't affect black people.
Had no significant effect on black people. I may will.
Yeah,
I'll consider that.
That's crazy.
It at least slowed the progress down.
Bro.
At least.
Had no significant effect on black people.
I can see your point on that. I mean, I understand where you're coming from with that, but I mean, even with that, it at least slowed the progress down as far as upward mobility trying to come up. You know what I'm saying? It was a barrier for the come up. Shit, if the rest of the country fucked up, then of course it's gonna be hard for us to come up. Now, as far as it putting us in the dumps, I agree with you with that. We was already in the goddamn dumps.
But not necessarily in the dumps. We just didn't get loans from banks. So our debt was different than their debt.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, it was so many roadblocks prior to the depression. Shit, we was already going through so many roadblocks. That's what I'm saying. I'll check it out. I found it. Listen, at 16:14 hours, location Green Lake Boathouse Restrooms, date September 26th at 4:17 p.m. Suspect left bag in bathroom while charging phone. When victim used stall, suspect entered and accused victim of going through his belongings. Suspect threatened victim and victim's wife with machete, making racially motivated comments about their interracial relationship and calling the victim a white devil. Victims fled and called 911. Arrest. Suspect retreated into bathroom when police arrived. Contact team with less lethal weapons form. Suspect complied initially, but resisted during search. He was wearing full BMX protective gear, chest, arm, hips, leg, hard hat, that would have rendered less lethal tools ineffective. Required 5 officers to restrain him for 13 minutes until AMR arrived for transport to King County.
Wow, shit.
He did that?
No.
No, that wasn't young. No, that wasn't young.
No.
I can see the nigga with a machete, nigga.
But when I read it, I thought about him, especially as that motherfucker said called the cracker the white devil. I'm like, damn, that sounds like yeah.
But that's crazy. Like, because if you really think somebody like took your phone for real, some shit like that, then you let that shit turn into a hostage standoff, though.
Wow,
Like, damn, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah, up the machete on the motherfucker to call the wild guy the white devils, y'all. You fuck, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, motherfucker said racial slurs. Let me say racially motivated
Did that happen
comments.
in Chinatown? Did it happen in Chinatown or 500 block?
Nah, it was in Chinatown.
Chinatown, okay.
Chinatown is 500 block, bro. Them bitches off the chain.
Now you got bigger problems than that goddamn phone.
Oh yeah, you got a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of problems, nigga. You done assaulted the motherfucker with machetes and shit. You done resisted arrest, like you said, 13 motherfucking, 5 police to hold them down for 13 minutes until the fucking real police, the heavy hitters came.
Nigga, that his worst charge is calling that bitch the white devil.
He called the men. He said making racially motivated comments about their interracial relationship and calling the victim a white devil. I like these motherfuckers off the chain.
Especially if the judge be white and they repeat that shit. Bro. Judge, I ain't really mean. I wouldn't be white devil. You know, devil mean acute.
This mother got the full BMX gear.
What BMX is what? Kevlar? You talking about bike riding gear?
Yeah, BMX protective gear. I'm taking it as bike riding. Say chest, arm, hips, legs, and hard hat.
I didn't know that shit was like protective like that, where
It don't work. Well, you know, if it's protecting your ass from that Con and his brother Creek, as my daddy used to say. If it's protecting Con and his brother Creek, it definitely should protect you from a taser.
Yeah, that's real shit.
My dad, man, used to get fucked up, get drunk, and goddamn it, he called. I ride down on him or something. I ain't seen him in a minute, and he got motherfucking lumps in his head, on his head, and arms and shit all skint up. I be like, Daddy, what the fuck happened to you? Oh, they whooped me, Juice. They fucked me up. I be like, who? Who the fuck whooped you? Con and his brother Creek. I was like, God damn. Think it's a motherfucker that for real. Your motherfuckers feels for me. Y'all ain't nobody laugh at that. Y'all like, God damn. Come on, Lance. Come on, let's burn one. You want to run it? Y'all hear me?
Oh, that's crazy. I'm gone. I didn't even realize it was this late. I'll let y'all niggas tomorrow.
Church. I'll let you. Lance, you want to run the game or you scared? That nigga done bailed out. Real psycho.
Wake your punk ass up.
Man, everybody's gonna shut it down.
My bad. Goddamn, I was on mute. Yeah, I know I'm tired. Yeah, let me get ready to shut this shit down real quick. All right, family. I'm gonna talk to y'all later, man. I gotta get ready to get up out of here. All right. But yeah, GQ. Goddamn.